Well, hello and welcome everybody to No Man's Sky. This is ElanPaul. Good to have you here. MJ, thank you very much for being here. I said I would explain. You wanted to know if I was able to find your new base. God's honest truth is that playing No Man's Sky, this is the first time I played since you saw me stream on Saturday. So I haven't had a chance. I've been trying very desperately to finish out Raft, the game Raft. I'm on the very last setting. So why don't we work on that right now? So let me jump over to the other screen right away, and we'll check it out while we get started. And this will give an opportunity for some other folks to jump in a little bit here. So there's the permadeath run that we're doing right here. I'm going to go ahead and jump into, that's very funny, within effigy. I'm going to go ahead and check this out right now and take a look. I'm trying to remember, did I create this in the Worlds 2? I wonder. I think I'm just realizing that I don't think I created it in the Worlds 2 run. I think I created this on my other playthrough. Maybe that's what's going on. Let me check that out. Sugarat, good to have you here. Lunchtime. Thanks for joining me, man. Delta Bravo, good to have you here. Starduster, Frenzy, good to have you here. Paul, me boy, good to have you here, man. I know exactly who you are then. Yes. I just realized I'm in the wrong save. That would explain a lot as to what happened last time. Let me jump over here. Okay, that's the playthrough. It should be this main save. I think it's this one. Let me check it out. 20 more minutes apiece? I can imagine. I can imagine. Good to have you, me boy. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you. And if you're supposed to be working, work. And leave Sugar Rat alone. Alright, you know what? That's what it was. It's this save. And I bet you anything if I take a look around... That's my bases. Okay, good. Wow, we got bases everywhere. I really need to reduce the amount of bases I have around here. Rapa Nui! Ty B. There's a save beacon over there. I have to check that out. Those are just fines. Alright, let's get in the ship and just take a look around real quick. Is that the portal site? Okay. Alright, so that might be the portal. Portal site is actually pretty close by to my low orbit base, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so it should be over here, I think. I could be wrong. No, you go right away and lurk there, Delta Bravo. Lurking is always welcome. Meant to do that. Combo at the portal site, not mine, if that helps. Yeah, there could be. I'm not sure if we're picking those up, though, unless you have networking turned on. Is this that, or... That is not it. What is this? I'm going to land. Looks like somebody's little mini base placeholder is what I'm thinking here. We'll find out in a moment. If the volume's too loud on the game, let me know too, by the way. Okay. Ghost Dog. Okay, that's Ghost Dog's base. Alright. So that was the wrong save point. I'll find it. You know where it could be? Where's my Wily base? So craft. Back up into the atmosphere. Purple will help it stand out from all the white ones. Gotcha. You Thunders. Okay, good, good. Star Bulbs. See, I got all kinds of bases over there. This is probably... Yeah, that's the original bases. And you said it's near there, so that should be in this direction. Let me just pulse over there real quick. There we go. There, okay. There's the underwater hideaway. There's Whitney. There's the save beacon. There should be... Rat's Nest. I know who that is. Waterview. Hey, Blind Richie. Good to have you here. What did you name it, by the way, MJ? Tomago? That's okay. It's all good, man. Enjoy your family stuff, dude. Save beacon. Save beacon. No, it's not that. Alien research. That's what I thought. And you have uploaded it, correct? Okay, the base should be this way. I think. Okay, so here's the portal. So I'm going to say the answer's no, because I can't see it from here. Now, okay, there may be a reason why. So this particular save, let me jump out of it for just a second, is a custom save. So I've got a custom setting in there that may not be coinciding with yours. And that may be the reason why. So I think maybe that might be what I'm running into. Maybe if I go to a different save that's already in normal mode. And you didn't create yours in creative mode or anything like that, right? Hey, CDH, good to have you here. I think I know who that is. Good to have you here, man. Good to see you. Well, I can't really see you, but you know what I mean. Bet you that's the reason why. Because of the custom mode, that may be what's causing the issue. And the only custom setting I have in there, to be honest with you, is setting the auto catch on my fishing rod. That's about it. That's the only reason why I would go to custom. But I have been known to go in there and adjust things to creative temporarily to do some things and then go back to normal mode. But it is what it is. So that might be the reason why. That's what I'm thinking. Could be wrong. And you all can hear me okay, right? Because I know that you mentioned MJ in the recording, the video that came out this morning that cut out a little bit around 11-minute mark. So I have been having some weird issues in recording videos for some reason, but it's the same exact microphone settings. So I don't know what's going on. That's kind of weird. I'm going to look into it. Oh, that might be the reason why. Yeah, if you went to creative mode and created everything from creative, there's a possibility I won't be able to see it. Wait. Okay, I'm waiting. Well, thanks, CDH. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. The voice is a little different when I'm live. Didn't turn off that save. So that's a possibility. So, and you're in normal mode. Okay. No, I know you weren't talking about Mo. So, that may be the reason why. And maybe it's because we have different custom settings and you have normal mode and everything's normal about your mode that you're doing, whereas mine is custom, and that may be the reason why I'm not finding it. So that could be another reason. We'll jump back to that idea. Let's think about that, and we'll jump back to that in a second. Algae season is terrible right now. The pollen is going nuts. Everybody in my house is going nuts right now. So eyes are a little bloodshot. Sorry. So what we're going to do here is let's go ahead and we'll drop out of this idea. We'll come back to it in just a little bit here, and we're going to go ahead and get back to the permadeath run that we were doing and pick up where we left off. So little information about the permadeath run. We have found that if you do a transmission tower to find a crashed ship, that it locks onto that crashed ship, and you will never find a crashed ship like that anywhere else. So in other words, as you're walking across the planet, there you could come across a ship like that if it's your just dumb luck to stumble across one. If it's the exact same crash ship. In this case, it sounds like a crash ship with an occupant. Okay? So in other words, one that I can't take the ship from. And that's the reason why I'm not finding any other crash ships right now, or any other crash ships I would find are all occupied in the path that I took. So that's what I think is going on here. And without actually doing multiple no starter ship challenges over and over and over again to get to the point where you find a ship, I have no way to really prove that theory. But I think that's what we proved by accident with this run. So the fact that we have a starter ship that a crash ship that we have in our distance is part of the problem. So we're not going to find any others along the way, unless it's an unoccupied crash ship. Then maybe we'll see it as an unknown building. So the unknown buildings we're coming across are actually buildings and stuff like that. But we saw a ship literally through our scope, and it never showed up as an unknown building. So we're going to see what happens. Our big thing right now is I got plenty of units on me. I got plenty of credits, or as we call them, space bucks, to buy a ship. So if we could find a landing platform, we're done. We can get a ship no problem at this point. So that's going to be the goal. We're looking for a landing platform. It's just going to be pell-mell, pell-mell, is that how they say it? Pell-mell. We're just going to go straight and just keep going. And I'm not worried about picking up a whole bunch of resources unless I really, really need them. So anything to keep me alive, keep going, and we're going to do this. So let me go ahead and get that started here. That's this load save right here at 4 hours and 3 minutes. I have a standing order of 10 hours. 10 hours on a no starter ship challenge. If it reaches 10 hours, we're done. Or 100,000 steps. We've reached 30, 35,000, something like that already. So as you can see, our life support's a little low right now, but we should have the resources to do everything that we need. Yeah, stop reminding me, I know. Good grief. All right, and we are headed in this direction. We're heading towards the crash ship because we see ships flying over us in this direction, and they seem to not be deviating. So I'm going to continue in that direction for now. You weren't there a second ago, I swear. Okay. Use a little bit of oxygen for now. No big deal. But there are other things, other plants and stuff like that we can eat along the way. Why do I even have rusted metal on me? I guess it was because in case I run low on ferrite, but that's okay. All right. So I'm going to continue with the run, and we're going to come back to it once we get this complete. If we can complete it today, we're going to come back and look for MJ's base. So I've got a theory on that. I'm going to try it out. We'll see what happens. Because I got my other save, and I should be able to get to this planet. I know the portal coordinates, I think. I'll probably have to bounce back and forth, so we'll do a little bit of research on that. Hey, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate you becoming a friend of the channel. Oh, look at that. Found an unknown grave. So, not all hope is lost. 07 to you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is very dark. It is very dark. I wish I could help you there. Hey, here, I'll turn on a headlamp. Does that help a little bit? See, I can see animals now. A little bit of sodium. Let's use a battery. And we'll check out the unknown grave here in just a moment. So we know unknown graves are working, okay? So there's no reason why that is going to be an issue. We will keep an eye open for buildings and just see what we stumble across. But mostly it's going to be watching any ships flying overhead and see where we are. Now remember, we started at the North Pole too, by the way. We're still kind of there, but we're heading down the front face of the planet here. Is where we're going. So we haven't gone... It doesn't seem to be a tiny planet that we're on. This seems to be pretty decent sized. And every now and then I'll just take a look around. There's our ship that way. But we're going to head towards this, because even though we need to go this way, I would like to see the unknown grave. Because it gives us an upgrade anyway. Ah, come on. Ooh, that was a hole in the ground that just pops out of nowhere. Alright, now we have upgraded our jetpack a little bit, so let's see how we do. Keep forgetting, I'm treating it like it's a brand new jetpack from the start, but I forgot I got like 4 upgrades in there. 3? Something like that. And there's our grave. I'm not going to read any of this, we're just going to go through it. It's the usual stuff. Okay, we got a glyph that we didn't need. We got this, which has got us a efficient water jets unit on a planet that doesn't have any water on it. Love it! That's fantastic. Okay. Alright, nothing else. Looks like we might have... Okay, there's our minor settlement now. 19 hours away. Complete other end of the planet. So yeah, we're going a little bit early today. I've got some things I want to get done tonight. So I decided to go a little early today since I did have the time. We need any carbon or anything like that? Are we good there? Good. We're okay on carbon. Good on carbon plus. All right. And what was this again? A waveform recycler. And yeah, the exhaust. Okay. If we can find another drop pod, we can get ourselves some more. Point. little uneven ground. It would be great if the ground was a little bit more hospitable, but it is not. So we will live with it. You know what we haven't seen in a while? We haven't seen any ships. At least I haven't seen any flying over. I might still check out the broken machinery and unburied tech on occasion. Not unburied. Still don't hear a ship. Hello. Volcanic event detected. And you know it's going to follow me. I'm going to run through one of those any second. Yep, see? Told you. Broken machinery. Buried cache. That's what I was trying to think of. And this is an open chat channel, so if anyone has questions, if you're new to the game or anything like that, you have questions, please feel free to ask. Even if I can't answer the questions, other people can. Backseat driving is always permitted. I don't need a pulse drive engine module. It's not going to help me any. It's a little too far away to really care. See, that one works. That one's just off to the one side. Look, a hit. Oh, good grief. It took forever to get out of that. Yeah, it did that last time too. See? The floor is lava. So that's what happens when you run through one of those. Got it. I'm going to make a note to myself. Don't run through the fiery ball that pops up in front of you. Or maybe do it early so that way it just leaves you alone after that. Okay, so we've got... what we were after, which is emerald this time. That's not bad. Oh, for Pete's sake. So headed south. Got it. Here I thought they was done with me. Guess not. Unknown building right in front of me. I don't even have to mark it because that's the direction I'm headed. Thought I heard a ship. Because that's the one thing I'm not hearing. I'm not hearing ships. Oh boy, what's my milestone? Won't tell me. I'm guessing it's a walking milestone. Looks like an ancient... not a plaque, just an ancient ruin. I think I can turn my headlamp off now. Yeah, just an ancient ruin. I don't know if it'll show me anything. Probably won't. But I'll give it a shot. Fire bad. Is this abandoned, run, or normal? Normal mode there, Sonalita. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Miriam, good to have you here. Thank you very much for being here, too. Just noticed you had popped in. Knowledge? Nope. Yeah, I thought I'd do a pullback, but... nope. I was hoping for a ship, but again, I haven't heard a ship in a while. Which doesn't bode well. And it's not an abandoned run. And that's part of the problem here. Take the nanites, but... again, we haven't seen any ships flying over, right? Sentinels are prevalent. My thermal protection's falling. Apparently. just be nanites. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, look at this. You don't see this too often, folks. This is a base computer. Look at that. A rogue base computer. You don't run across that very often. This is a very rare thing to find. It's rarer to find one of these normally than it is to find crash ships and what do you call it? Graves. Unmarked graves. So this is pretty cool. I could set up a base and I could get things going, but there's no reason to do so. Part of the No Starter Ship challenge is no... I need to get some more oxygen. Is no exocraft. So you don't have the recipes anyway. There's no use in even giving it a shot. So that's all you got. In its natural habitat, indeed. Don't feed it. So if anyone notices a ship flying over, let me know.
Thermal protection falling.
My thermal protection is falling. Almost got slapped. I could actually use that. It's okay. The Sentinel will get upset in a moment. Well, there's some frigates. At least that's something.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, it's not showing me that right now, though.
Technology reached.
Alright. We're going to pick up survival stuff. Yeah, no starter ship, so I don't have anything to install that into, and there's no use in doing so there.
Thermal protection
CDH. Wish I could put it in my own jetpack. Alright, let's take a peek around looking for abandoned or unknown buildings, I should say. There's one there. We're going to check it because I've been told in the past, even though we see that there's a sentinel next to it, could be a sentinel hive. But, is it? It is not. It's a resource depot. Okay. Good to know. But it just means we're on track still. I need... Can I get you guys to land? No? Let me see where those guys are going. As I get slapped repeatedly by that plant. Alright, he is going left still. Alright. Little jetpack boost. I need some sodium. I'm going to need some oxygen soon too. Alright, so south we go. We'll continue going south then. Now we saw one building. Sometimes we see another. Haven't gotten one of those guys to land when shooting a mining beam at him. I really think that's incorrect. Hello. Okay. Installed on the MacBook. Hey, it's Mac friendly, you know. This game is Mac friendly, my friend. Okay, off we go. Good jetpack. Starship launch fuel, something I don't need. Life support. Start looking for more plants, I think, too. Got Fireberry right in front of me. Got another building right there, too. Let's check out the building. And we'll pick stuff up on the way. So my theory is any crashed ship we find at this point that comes up as an unknown building should be an unoccupied ship. Bully. Cache. I really want to check that out. Ow.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. Thank you very much for subscribing there. That was, who was that, Maddie? Yes, Maddie. Thank you very much. 07 to you, Maddie. Appreciate you. What do we got here? Looks like just a little campsite. Nothing else. Okay, so I'm not really worried about that. Let's take a look around and see if there's anything else. Nada. Nothing. Alright, down we go. I'm going to ignore that one. No use in getting it. We're kind of in line with it right now, so that's fine. This is life support stuff for me right here, so we're going to take that.
Thermal protection falling.
Next one to fly over, I'm going to try shooting the terrain manipulator up at them. See if that makes any difference. Oh, another building right there. Let's check that out. Buried cache in between. Let's go that way. Is that 4? Okay. Yeah, and I'm holding off on any speed runs on the Relics expedition at this time because I think we've got just a week to go on that, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. I think I passed it up, didn't I? There it is, right there. Got it. Where's the building? I flipped myself around a little too hard here. Hold on. There it is. Of course I hear a ship overhead.
Extreme heat damage detected.
That's on me.
Technology
We'll use sodium for that. I'm going to definitely need more sodium for future reference. Alright, so this is one of the transmission towers we're talking about. I can't use it again. I mean, I can, but it's not going to do anything. Gonna hit them all. No, nobody wants to land. I have yet to get any traders to land. That's been a thing too, so. So let's see what happens. Shouldn't get anything. Says long ago. 6, 5, so the next one's going to be 4, so that's 77. Yeah, see? Just finds you the same transmission ship. So unlike using a signal beacon or one of the maps, you don't find anything else. If you have maps to find abandoned wrecks and stuff like that, you can find all the usual refinements in regards to that, all 4 or 5 different variations. But the transmission towers, once you find one thing, that's all you're going to find from that point forward. We got 2 buildings here, and they're both occupied by sentinels. What if one of them was a hive? Let's see. This one is unseeable, and this one is factory. So we got a factory there, and yeah, I can't make it out. Okay, I don't think it's a, yeah, it's just a resource depot. Okay. I'm gonna grab those flowers, get myself out of here. Lurking and working, you do so, Cy Spam. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for being here, man. Just your being here makes me feel better. Ah, crap. That was a terrible start to that. There we go. Work and lurk, work and lurk. My favorite thing to do. Usually happens is I end up getting involved. I don't want to. But I do it anyway. Buried tech. Cargo drop. It's cargo drop. Okay. Cargo drops aren't going to help us any. So we need some sodium. We know resources are at a minimum right here. As you can see, I just did a scan and I literally am finding nothing nearby. This is probably one singular oxygen plant. Yeah, it is. Hey, Robert. Good to have you here, by the way. I think it went really well. Their hiring manager, unfortunately, is out of the country for the next 2 weeks. So, or at least the rest of this week and all next week. So I'm not going to be hearing anything back soon, I've been saying. But I still think it looks promising. I'm hoping they feel that I am the right guy for the job. I'm not trying to feed the animals, I swear. So we shall see. But I'm kind of eager to get started because it's involving new products for their company, and I really want to get my teeth into it sooner than later, you know? Hey, we got a worm. Worm sign. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hopefully we won't have to do it again, though. I won't have to take any more pictures of them. Okay, go. But appreciate it. And thank you, CDH. Appreciate it, man. I've had 2 interviews so far, so that usually means something, and I think the next step is pretty much the offer and all that stuff, too. So we'll see how that goes. You know what? I should... Do I have any cobalt on me? I do. Let's grab a little more cobalt. A couple extra batteries can't hurt. I think 10 batteries ought to do. What did we get? We got some platinum out of that too, huh? How much more? 6? Perfect. What? I need 1 more. There we go. Got it. Done. Moving on. Oh, and I just remembered I have to do that anyway. I'm going to waste 2 batteries now. Kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. That happens, though. Let's check out the machinery. Thought I heard a ship, but could be wrong. Alright. That's not the ship I was hearing. I promise you that wasn't it. That would be spectacular, though. I have convinced myself, by the way, that I do have force powers. I convinced someone to go into the turn lane earlier today, so I'm pretty sure that it was all me. Had nothing to do with the decision they made or the fact that they wanted to go somewhere. Pretty sure I made them go into that turn lane and get out of the way. You ever have that happen? You think to yourself, wow, that actually worked. Or better yet, streamers always do that. 3 steps from being inside a building and uses batteries to recharge their hazard protection. Oh, just stop. You want to come here and do this? Come here. Now that would be funny. You just get shoved out of the way and then somebody else is sitting at the computer. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. You suck. I think that would be great. I'd love to do that to Jason sometime. Just like work with his wife a little bit, let her know I'm going to be in town, and next time he streams, I'm going to shove him out of the way and just take over his stream. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. At least for a few moments, anyway. Ain't nothing here. Nothing here. You have the advanced mining laser. Let's go ahead and grab some of the precious sodium. Sentinel. Buried cache, but not really in the right direction, so we're just going to keep moving on. Hello, Nate BR. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Appreciating it. I have a face for radio, so no thanks. Oh, I see what you're trying to say there. Jason would tell you the same thing. It has nothing to do with the face. Come on now. We all know this. Bet you have the voice for it, though. I could turn my camera off. You don't know. This could be all AI here. So what idiot in their right mind would do this with AI? I have no idea. But they talk about that now. That's been something I've been reading about lately, too. Is some streamers, some of the more popular streamers, not the most popular. Obviously, the most popular have been around for many years, are pretty much straightforward and all that. But there's been some newer streamers that have come out, and it's all AI now. They just use CGI to make themselves look like completely different people. So I thought that was really, really wild. Challenges Elon, but as a new player, No Man's Sky, I can ask. Of course you can. We just said you can ask questions all day long. Whether we'll answer you or not is another story. No, I'm just kidding. By all means, please ask. This is a pretty relaxed run. I'm pretty much where I need to be. I just need to get to a certain place, and it's going to take me freaking forever. But please, type it up. We're only a few seconds behind, so all on you, man. Oop, oh, blue flower. Yay! VTubers. Yeah, some of the VTubers, you might say. Twitch is very common to have those. I don't know about YouTube, but I'm sure it's proliferated into YouTube as well. I got a good boost out of that. That was really, really good. Alright, I'm going to use it properly. Any ships? Hey, ships! Come on, come on! Over here, please! Please, 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 please. Nobody's... Alright, you did see that. You did see that. Maybe it's because the beam has to go past their cockpit. Okay? Maybe that's what it is. I swear I'm going to try it again. Holy crap. I'll get to your question here in a second, my friend. Let me find the guy. There he is. Force is strong with this one. Indeed. Alright, so we're keeping our wiring looms. Let's get rid of the emerald, the platinum. We do have a whole bunch of salvage data to get rid of in that microprocessor, which I don't know why I held it onto it anyway. There you go. So 8.8 million. We're almost at 9 million, so that's pretty good. I think we'll be able to buy any ship that we want at this point. I'm going to get a movement module, even though I don't know. I don't know if I can really need it. Scanner module I do want to get. I want to see if we can boost the range. Thank you, Miriam. Appreciate it. Appreciate the prayers as well. Thank you very much. Cannon, suspicious geology, plasma, and photon cannon module. Okay. Think that should do it. Got plenty of nanites. There's no reason to really spend much else. But hey, thanks, man. Oh, wait a minute. How much is your ship? The stupid thing that I forgot about. It's an A-class. Yeah, a little bit pricey. At 27 million, yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay. Oh, well, you know, it's worth a shot. Sometimes you get a C-class ship that drops in, but not always. Not always. So not bad, though. Not bad. I'm going to try that again with the next group that goes past. I will definitely have it on the mining beam, and we're going to aim for shooting it past their cockpit. See if we can get past the nose of the ship and go back and forth. All right. I did try to buy the ship. Didn't work out. 21 million. All right. Can you completely skip all the base building side quests and just do the main story, or will I miss out on something required in story? You won't miss out on anything required, Nate. What you will get, there's a lot of things you get by doing the base building. They give you a lot of free stuff. Free upgrades, free the cargo containers and things like that. You get a lot of free upgrades and things like that, but nothing critical to doing the storyline. So one could conceivably start a new game and try to speedrun getting through the entire storyline as quickly as possible, and only the main storyline. That is Artemis? No. Apollo. Apollo requires you to get certain things done. So there's that. there may be a few things you have to do, and I've never actually gone through trying that out. But that's an interesting idea. I may have to try that next time. Let me see here. So I got a boost. I'm going to keep that. 239, 166. Let's uninstall for now. Put you in and see what you get. 142. Nowhere near as good. Okay, says the one that we had. So I'm going to go ahead and uninstall that one. And what was this one? This is our scanner. Okay. Oh, we don't have any room for that either, do we? All right. Let's take you out. Put you in. See what we got. Ah, scan radius. That's what I was hoping for. All right, so let's put that in. Move you over. Where'd it go? Right there. All right, so that's good. And I'll hang on to these in case I really need them, but I don't need to buy anything else. But I'm sticking to that rule right there, my friend. That it's good to go through those missions if you need to. You don't have to. Uh-oh. Almost broke my ankles. But I recommend just going through all that anyway, and I did it as you saw my playthroughs and stuff like that, Nate. I go through the base missions for the most part, and I get to a certain point, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. But in this case, on my latest Worlds 2 playthrough, like I've got every Wednesday morning that comes out, I'm going through every single mission because I think it's important to get through everything to see what's changed since Worlds 1 and Worlds 2 came out. And I didn't do that. I kind of failed to do that with the Worlds 1 playthrough. So, am I going the right way? Nope, I am not. Hey, yay, we're going to set you on fire again is what that means. I went the wrong way. Okay, there we go. Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah. What about the new planets? Isn't the base building line needed for them? I think for some of the new planets. If you're talking, and good to have you here, by the way, A-Tigger. Yes, at some point you're going to need to do those missions, but to get through the main Artemis, what we call the Artemis Apollo Null storyline, it's usually a good idea you don't have to do all those little secondary missions if you don't need to. Now, once you get through the main storyline, you get to the center of the universe. If that's a spoiler, I'm sorry. Once you get through the center and you start a new galaxy, you don't really go through the center. Yeah, hate you too. Anyway, I hate those things. Once you get the new galaxy that you go to, at that point, if you want to go back and do all your base missions, you can. I do recommend setting up a base on whatever new galaxy you end up on, just so you can get back. And it just means just set up a base computer, guys. Don't go crazy. All right, let me take a look around because it's been a hot minute since I looked. Because unfortunately, it's had me running like crazy. All right. Yeah, I'm sure I did. Was there one up there while I was running for my life and trying to get away from the fires? Yeah, I'm sure I did run across something. I'm not as concerned about getting them right now because, you know, I got tons of upgrades I can stick in there, but I hear a ship. Think. Sorry. No? Okay. And I noticed that when he landed, when that trader landed, it didn't land in a bad spot. I mean, I wasn't in a best spot for a ship to land. So I might have learned something new today as far as the traders are concerned. Will they simply land if you shoot the laser past their cockpit? It does sound like a ship. Okay, I'm not sure if I really got that right, but... And it's only a singular ship, so I don't know if he'd land or not. But he's going in an easterly direction. He should turn to the right. Yep, there he goes. Every time. Life support. Is that a... Yeah, it is. There we go. Just get some more nanites out of this. Yeah, I wasn't looking at my HUD very much there, Demager. Sorry about that. Should have been paying better attention. Is what it is. Come on. Take some more nanites. New region. That usually means a building. Got a building right in front of me. Let me look to the right and left, make sure I'm not passing one by. No? Okay. And we got another sentinel there, so maybe it's just another resource depot. This place has been littered with resource depots. I don't know what the heck's going on here, but Sentinel's really got a control of this planet. This one's right in our path, so we're going to walk right past it. Yeah, just another resource depot. Alright. That's what it is. Any more buildings? Scanner range should be a little bit better, but I guess we'll see. Thought I saw something over there. Not important. Come on, keep running. Interesting idea, though. I appreciate you asking me that, Nate, because that's a pretty cool idea. Might try that. Getting some oxygen. I'm going to go around the outside of this. I don't want to fight to get over it. Okay, daytime. Take another look for buildings now that we've gone just a little bit further. Yep, there's one right there. As a matter of fact. Mark it. Yes, we did. Anytime you get that music that indicates you've entered a new region and that little notification at the top left, check around. Thought I heard a ship, just wondering. Do it right. Shelter. Yeah, I'll jump inside for a minute. Because if I don't, I'll get yelled at again. For not taking advantage of it. I don't like getting yelled at. Hey, a Starship Shield module. Let's get a word. Goodbye, Starship Shield module. Let's get some life support. There we go. And nanites. Okay. Let's go. Back to the south. Any other... We got another building right there. Okay, we'll head towards it. Because who knows? You're watching. I see you. I see you, man. 23 of you here. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know that Jason's going to be playing here in a little bit. He starts his stream in about 10 minutes. So if you need to abandon me, I completely understand. I do plan on raiding him once I'm done here, because I owe him a raid for all the times he's raided me. Ah! Landing platform! Yay! That's not the building I was looking for. Which is okay. So this building is just a little campsite. But that, and it does show up. It did show up. Okay, so I just want to make sure I wasn't seeing things. Awesomeness. So this is just about finished. So maybe we can do some more experimenting. We'll see what happens here. Alright, so I need to buy a ship. Fully charged. Boom. How much are you? 13. All fighters, of course. Those are the most expensive ships. 13. 22. 5 mil, 27. We got our ship. As long as this guy doesn't leave before I get to him. There we go. So we're going to make an offer on a ship, negotiate the price. We're not going to use our starter ship. We can't do that. We have to buy it full price. So we're buying it full price, no problem. We now have our first ship. And it's fully repaired. So there we go. We don't have to worry about repairing anything in the ship. Everything's up to snuff. So we're in good shape. And I can't help it. You gotta reorganize the stuff in the ship because it upsets me. Awesomeness. All right. We would not abandon you. We are as constant as the northern star. In cloudy weather, the star is still constant even if it's hidden by clouds. Okay, now you guys are getting philosophical on me. So normally what happens is at this point we usually call it. That's not what I was looking for. Thank you. We do try to get to the space station. This indicates that we've escaped. Permadeath. Space station. There it is. So we'll head to the space station and we'll end it there. Good deal. We did it. Useless though. Yeah, is it? I don't think it is. Viridescent planet with aggressive sentinels. That would have been a nice place to start. See, that's the thing too, is I would love to see them add that to No Man's Sky, to add the option that if you want to do your own custom challenge of some sort, that you literally can make it like every planet's aggressive. Because that would make things really tough. And, you know, sentinels start popping up after one rotation, you are really in for a treat. That would make it ultimately very difficult to do. There we go. Space station. We've arrived. A little ball. What do you know? Reminds me a little bit of the anomaly. Just a little. Alright, good deal. So our No Starter Ship challenge is complete. Boom. Restore point saved. We are now done. So it is complete. So we have won. So that would be a some kind of a cheer or something like that. Like this one. Yeah, I think that's a good celebration right there. We could dance a little bit too. I like the last. That works. That works for me. Indeed. What kind of time are we looking at? Let's find out, right? I am curious. Give it a second. 4:42. So not bad. Almost, not quite 5 hours. But, you know, the whole option comes down to, you know, not finding any crashed ships along the way, and did we actually shoot ourselves in the foot by using a transmission tower. So my next time I do this, I'm going to do it without going to a transmission tower. We find one, going to ignore it. We'll use it to recharge our hazard protection, but we're going to continue on and see how things go in that way. We're going to use the option that, you know, we could find a crashed ship, but maybe it's going to be on the other side of the planet, and maybe it'll be occupied, which would sucky even more, but it is what it is. So good stuff, good stuff. All right, so one more time, hang on a second. I want to go back to this. We're going to go back to Lemley. I need to do a quick screenshot of, because I can't remember the glyphs, of course. And what we'll do is I'll use this other save to come to this planet to see if I can find your base there. It's thinking about it. Oh, that's not good. The game has encountered an error and will now shut down, so we've lost No Man's Sky. That can happen on occasion. Hopefully my save is not corrupted in any way. Guess we'll find out. Give it a moment. We should get the logo now. There it is. Okay. Well, that'd be terrible if the game got corrupted. Don't panic. I've had it happen a few times now lately. I've had occasions where the game has froze up on me. Doesn't happen too often, but it might be because I was alt-tabbing out of there. Uh-oh. Nope, we're good. Okay, now you can panic. No, I don't have to panic. Got an extra restore point just to play it safe. Alright, so here's where we are. Supposedly you have a base here someplace, and I don't see it. Okay, so I'm going to try something. There is my coordinates down there at the bottom left. There we go. Just doing a quick screenshot of it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm going to actually move this away. There we go. Trying to get this to work here. Sorry. Interesting. I'm going to have to check into something here soon. All right. And that's something from Sean Murray, apparently. All right. So we got the ship there. Let me just jump in and out one more time for another save point. It might work. That might work. But I really do want to check this out. I want to see if this is the case. Because it's a theory. It's a theory, right? So we're going to go to this one. This is an old save. You can see the last time I opened this was in January. And this save has not been updated in like forever. So, all right. Though I do have this ship here. That's funny. What ship is that? You can see I've actually got, you know, Sentinel parts and stuff like that in my inventory here. My exosuit hasn't even my suit hasn't even been upgraded all the way. It's still got a lot of open slots and stuff like that. Yeah, my ship hasn't been upgraded. It's an A class. Yeah, this is crazy. It's been a hot minute. Ball of Death. I do have Starborn Runner on here. Ode to Outlaws. Crimson. Looks like I have some ships in here. My gosh, how many ships do I have? Good grief. There we go. Haven't had this one out in a while. Yeah, see what I mean? Everything is just out of whack here. All the upgrades are kind of messed up. Alright, let's use the portal here to get to a place. What'd you do, fall asleep on the keyboard there, CDH? Alright, hang on a second. Okay, base 1. There's my retreat. Let's see. Euclid. It's got to be Euclid, because that's where we are. No, we're in Eisentum. That's right. We're in the Eisentum galaxy, so I need to find something in Eisentum. These are all saying Euclid, so I think I'm in Eisentum already. Portal location. Okay. It's your motorbike VIN? Well, thank you for letting all of us know about your motorbike VIN. I'm shopping. Well, you go ahead and shop away, my friend. Pasted it in the wrong place. Yes, yes you did. Alright, so... yeah, look at that. I'm actually on Lemley. You know what it is? This particular character here, my first save, is actually the one that discovered the system that we're in right now. So, this is the portal location, and I should see your base here right now. And I'm not seeing it. So I'm in normal mode. And I happen to know what it is. Maybe it's because I have a base computer here. Good. Yeah. Password to Bank of America. Everybody already knows that password. Don't worry about it. And you're retracting your messages. Oh, I love you, man. Including the message that says you're going to reach. Oh, you're just too funny, dude. So, what would happen if I deleted? What are the planet glyphs? Bottom left. And this is Eisentum Galaxy. This is not in the Euclid Galaxy. So there's your planetary glyphs there. Couple different theories here is maybe because I happen to have a base computer here. That's the reason why we're not seeing your base here. So I'm going to try deleting this base. I don't need it. I could put a save point down, to be honest with you, and that's all I really need to do. I didn't know what BOA was, to be honest. Bank of America, come on. So I will do this. So my base is gone. Now your base, I don't expect your base to just pop into existence. Okay, good deal. So which one is this one? See, I can see the underwater hideaway. I have no other bases near here that I'm aware of. There's Tybee again. That should be my base. The ElanPaul home, 6 hours away. Main headquarters, air base. Wow, I don't even know what's over there, I'll be honest with you. It looks like my ship is stuck inside the portal. Vacation station. Let's get up into the upper atmosphere and take a look. Unreal. In case you're wondering about this ship, folks, some of you are newer to the game, this is called the Golden Vector. It was the very first expedition final reward several years ago. And they did do another, not this past year, the year before, they did do Expedition 1 all over again, so everybody had an opportunity to get it one more time. So there's my air base, apparently, which is still there, apparently, as well. Okay, good deal. Nice to know that it's still there and working. And one of these says main headquarters. Which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah, let's check it out. Good grief. I don't even remember building this. This is how long ago I built this base. Whoops. I even have a walking path and everything. I'm not using it. That's great. Yeah, let's try that out. And let me see what this looks like. Wow, I even have that set up. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I was setting up poster boards and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember this. Wow. Yeah, that's going to keep popping up. It's driving me nuts already. Put a bed back here. I don't know why. Very pretty, though. It's a very beautiful planet. Except for the bubbles. They added bubbles to it, and that really kind of upsets me. But that's okay. Yeah, I was trying to find a way to connect those together, but it wasn't working out really well. I remember that was the last thing I was working on. I was going to bring them over to here. Cool. All my storage containers. Very nice. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Stop telling me. And in case anyone wants to see it during the day, this is what the planet looks like during the day. Purple sky, blue waters, green grass, plenty of trees. It used to be mushrooms that used to glow in the dark, but they changed it when Worlds 1, I think. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and get the multiplayer going. Let me see how that works out. I have to go to... Come on, get over here. Do this. Alright. I think what I got to do is that, and I got to join friends. Demager's currently got his session available and is currently playing alone, it says. So it's good that you know that you're playing right now, Demager, and you're playing ball by yourself. Let me try something. I'm going to have to go into the network settings. There we go. Okay. Just portaling to your system. And you know what? Yeah, let me know. I'll connect to you. And it's telling me which ones I can use. It's obviously graying out the ones I'm not allowed to use. So this permadeath one I have here, obviously I can't use it. The relic test one and relics, I can't use any of those. This one says upgrade required. Well, that's because I haven't played it since March of 24. That's a permadeath playthrough, if you will. So yeah, that's understandable. So it looks like all of these are compatible. So I can do the World's 2 main, or I should be able to. So let me see what happens here. You can see Demager is in the Lemley system. All right, I'm joining his game. Let's see what happens. All right, and I'm currently in space. Apparently. Am I in the same system right now? Yeah, Sahansis. And there's an unknown grave over there. That's very nice. All right, so I see one person over here is Demager. Demager of the Old River. And the funny thing is, I still can't see your base. I see the portal. I don't see anything else. And Demager, I don't even see your ship anywhere. Is that a big, huge skunk? That's always a frightening thing. Let's make skunks bigger. Just what I need. My ship is still at the portal. I parked farther, and now the base showed up. I see the base now. Yes, Traveler iteration. Okay. See, that worked. I'm going to get over this wall. There. I can see everything. Look. And you can look at your screen and see that I can see everything. Yay! All right. That's fantastic. The Paulian research. The Paulian research saved. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. That is really cool. I'll try that in a moment. I want to take a look around the base first, though. Oh, look at you. That's a pretty cool idea. And there's a battery in there, and you make it look like that. That's pretty good. You put a cyclotron or something like that. I think that's what that's called. That's really neat. Ah, illegal substances. That's great. Great to attract sentinels. That's fantastic. You got your weapons board. Your weapons master, I should say. Cool. There's your multi-tool archive. Now what happens if I interact with it? I see mine. Fascinating. I was wondering about that. I wondered about that. That is fantastic. That's cool. Whoops, sorry. I'm in the guest quarters, apparently. Demager, good to see you. This is pretty neat. Sit down to contemplate. Over here. Oh, you're just waving as well. Yes. All right. What else? What else? What am I missing? Besides the thing. Couches. This is really, really neat. Good, good. Got a sink over here. That's fabulous. Good job. Some pictures on the walls. Tiny, tiny little posters. I love it. I'm opening and closing doors, or no, that's somebody's jetpack. Sorry. Data center. So you got your computer there. Outside deck. Very nice. This is the main quarters, bathroom. I always like the way you do these. These are fantastic. I like that. That's for a towel. Sure. So we can get the towels, right? That's really cool. Nice map of the area. Really, really neat. It is a lovely, lovely base. Okay, where do I go? Ooh, okay. Kicks me outside. Some batteries. This is the power station area. That's good. Oh, check that out. That is, oh man, that is an awesome looking fish. Very beautiful. You're just cool. Nice bar to hang out in. So this is the research station. I see you're working on it. I see you're working on it. Some other rooms to do some stuff in. You're going to do some fossils out this way too? I think that would be really, really cool. You put a couple fossils over here, especially the fish-style fossils, since it's a research station. Super cozy. Oh, absolutely. Little pool. Nope. What are these buttons? Crouch. Nope, that's a scan. That's that. I know what that is. Nope, can't figure it out. I'm doing great. Oh, right out into the open. And then you get into swimming. Now, this planet is notorious for having some wonderful fish that like to eat you. It's the only thing about this planet that's a problem. If they'll show up. They're like squid-like creatures. But it looks like I'm spending just enough time out of the water that they don't want to show. There they are. That's them. That's them. Right there. These guys. So you get close enough to one, it will attack you. See? And you end up with meat in your inventory. Yeah. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. Now, where in the world? Oh, okay, I see. You must be at like the limits of the teleporter. I didn't know the teleporter would go this far. I see the line cable now. Yeah, there it is. That's pretty neat. Let me take it back. And we're back. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is fantastic. Well done. Oh, okay. I should probably... Now, am I going to get launched anywhere? There's no, there's nothing underneath me that's going to blast me into orbit, is there? The fossils are sounding like a great idea. I really do want to do... I've got that one base that I've created that has all that really cool-looking water that gets like a glowy red that's in a cave system, and I'd love to make it into like a miniature... Not even a miniature, almost like a natural museum of some sort. I think that would be pretty neat. I think that'd be pretty neat. So, not bad. I like this. I like this a lot. This, you have that talent of creating bases that are, like you said, super cozy, which is really, really neat. There are other people that create these amazing bases and stuff like that. I am so generic when it comes to creating a base, and I don't know what to put down because I try to make it into almost like a house or something like that. I'll put a countertop up, make a bedroom, things like that. And I never go out of my way to be super architectural, if you will. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Come on, get up. There we go. Okay. Come on, Demager. Get out here. And everybody wave. Go ahead and start waving. I'll wave too, as soon as I see you waving. Oh, what do you know? So, one more time. Keep going. Wrong button. And wave. There we go. Got it. That was great. Yep, we got that. I'll post that later. I don't know if I can show that. I can probably show it on the end screen because I know where the folder is in my hard drive. So I'll go ahead and we can still call them hard drives these days. Isn't that funny? So yeah, I'll show that later. That'll be really great. Nice. Oops, sorry. I think I just shot something. I wasn't trying to, I swear. This is a pretty cool multi-tool that I'm using too. It's pretty powerful. So I do like it. It's one of my favorites now. I really appreciate this. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to leave this area now. So this really does help. I wonder... My ship's on the hill. Let me pull my ship in. There should be absolutely no reason not to find this base again. Oh, look at you and the squiddy. I haven't seen one of those in ages, man. I am going to get one of those again, I think. I'm going to start looking around for a squiddy. And you got the purple-red one, too. I like that. I like the blue-white ones, personally, but red would probably suit this character a little bit better. Very nice. This is a squiddy exotic, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for him, when he's looking at it in his game, the tentacles, if you will, are all pulled back in, so it's really short. But when we see it, we'll see it with the tentacles fully extended. So, and that's how it flies. That is a really cool looking ship. I love these ships. They're really, really nice. There we go. Get a nice shot of that. Very nice. Thanks, Tomaker. Appreciate it, man. And it looks like this would be... Yep. This is MJ's ship, Traveler Iteration. I see you got the same kind of ship, too. I love the white. With the treads. With the treads. You got to get it with the treads these days. Oh, good. It's not the pickup truck version, where it has this weird bed in the back. You don't know what it's about. That's very nice. I like that. It's one of my favorite styles. Cool. Oh, yes. Very cool base. This was awesome. This was awesome. Thank you very much for sharing this with us. Appreciate you. So let me go ahead in and out one more time. I'm going to do a quick save. Oh, not saved in multiplayer. Okay, so maybe what I have to do, I'm going to try turning off multiplayer here, guys. And I can't do that. Leave the group. That's what I have to do. I have to leave the group. Okay. And then multiplayer automatically becomes disabled, so you guys disappear, and your base remains, MJ. Awesome. So I can see your base now, so we're in good shape. Actually, I'm going to do something real quick. I don't have any navigation data. How is that possible? How is it possible I don't have any navigation data on my person? I must have dropped it in the freighter one day and put it away. Maybe I deleted it when I wasn't paying attention. Absolutely the stupidest thing ever. I love it. All right, but I've got a save point. Yes, yes, you should be proud of those, the kitchen and the stovetop upper counters. Yeah, that was really, really cool. So, really, really cool. Access it through the vaults? Yeah, I tried to do that. I had to pull up my ship in, but I want to leave my freighter. Actually, I don't have to really worry about bringing my freighter anywhere. There we go. Let me see if it's in a different bin. I accidentally put it away and stored it like I don't know, like I'm trying to save something. You see how I have things organized again. I'm trying my best to keep it as organized as possible. Drives me nuts when I don't. I must have deleted it, or maybe I put it in a different ship. Wonder if that's what I did. Because I put it in a ship inventory and I accidentally left it there. No. No. Yes. Okay, who do we want? Let's do Iron Vulture first. Nope, it's not you. I'm just going to keep pulling ships in. I'm going to litter your front yard. I'm very sorry. Boundary Herald? I don't think it's on that one, but I'll check anyway. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, why not? His lost work. I just landed one ship on top of another and it accepted it. Accepted it. What do you know? Okay, haven't done much with that ship yet. Okay, let's see. Starborn Phoenix. Not there. I must have deleted it by accident. The only thing I could think of, must have deleted all my navigation data somehow. And then Blue Fire was the newest ship. And I guarantee you there's nothing on it. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's one of the ships that I have in my inventory or something like that. So I may see what we can do about that. That's really, really, really odd. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get out of this. Mode select. Okay, we are gone out of there. So 4:42 was our time on that. Let's start a new one. Now, I don't necessarily have to continue this on Saturday. Saturday, today's Wednesday, we have 1 week left to the expedition. Let me go ahead and delete this particular save. All right, just to show you, we have 6 days remaining. So this expedition ends next Tuesday or so. Saturday, we're going to do a series of maybe speed runs on Relics just to get it done, to be done with this. I do need to play it through one more time on one of my other saves just to give it a playthrough on one of them and get everything that I needed to get. So we'll see how that goes. But we're going to do a new custom run. We're going to do one more permadeath run, and we're going to do it more with the thought process of, we're not going to do abandoned, by the way. We're going to do more of the thought process that we're going to do. It's an experiment, okay? Let me get this all set up real quick. Challenging. This is all set. Tutorials disabled. Challenging, challenging. Not that it really matters. And we're going to lock everything. So everything's set to maximum, right? Except for that. We're not doing anything with that. All right, we're good. So the point is that when we get out here and we get started, we're not using our starter ships. There's no starter ship challenge. But if we come across like a ship that we can see in the distance, we may take our ship. And I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do this yet. It's going to be very experimental in how we're going to do it, because I really don't think... I think that's the problem. I think that because we found a transmission tower and we discovered a crash ship, with that, it eliminated us from finding any other crash ships, including the freighters, because you notice the freighters weren't even coming up on my radar, and I never noticed it. I'd see them, I'd go to them, I'd pick everything up, and I'd leave and move on, and never realized it didn't show up on your radar. It didn't have the little exclamation point indicating this is a wreck. So let's go with this. I like this idea. So we're going to go ahead and confirm and start the game one more time. Let's see how we do as it's building it in the background. And MJ, thank you very much for the tour. I appreciate it. Ah, cold planet this time. Good. Good. I don't know what I'll have to contend with on this planet other than the cold itself, but hopefully we won't have to contend. We're at the north side again. We're going to head south again. Although our ship is to the south, isn't it? No, it's to the east. All right. We're going to get some ferrite dust, some carbon, just to get started, and I need to find some sodium. Hey, CDH, take care, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I appreciate you. Say hi to the fam. All right. I need... that would be perfect. Not dihydrogen, but the condensed carbon is very, very handy. And regular carbon, obviously, too. All right, good. And we're going to do a quick scan for some sodium. Sodium over that way. Before we go any further, we have two buildings to our west, and I'm going to check them both out right now. Right, gotta remember I don't have any upgrades on this guy. Plethora of buildings, indeed. I didn't check to see what this planet has as far as minerals are concerned. It probably is going to have dioxide, which is going to be really, really handy for life support. We'll jump into the cave here in a minute. Alright. What cave there is. Yep, this will work. Excellent. All right, so we got a little bit of ferrite out of that. Enough that we can make a few batteries. There we go. Thinking about it too, find a transmission tower, get one marked, then for the purpose of testing, create a Minotaur with radars and find a crashed ship. Go to it, check its coordinates. I'd have to have this not in permadeath mode. So that wouldn't work. We'd have to do it in a survival, extreme survival mode so we could unlock all of the recipes. Or I'd have to switch over to creative. I got everything locked. I didn't think about that. That's a good point. But that's a good idea to try that. I leave it up to you if you want to do that. And then reload to before you use the Minotaur radar. Go to those saved coordinates again and see if you can see the now unmarked ship as you approach while still having the other one. Very interesting. That could be a good theory. That could be a good theory. So, all right. I want a few extra batteries. I'm going to go ahead and carve these things out real quick. A heads up, my neighbor's kids are home. And they just recently got them a go-kart. An actual bona fide go-kart. And with temperatures the way they are here right now, they're getting up to about the upper 70s, and we're hesitant of starting up our, whole house AC. We're trying to save electricity and everything like that. And, obviously our windows are open, so hopefully you won't hear that unit going crazy. How are we doing? Okay. So hopefully you won't hear too much out there if they start that thing up again. All right, so we can make a few more batteries. We have a little bit of ferrite. All right, we'll keep that. Let me get 3 more cobalt. I'd like to have an even number. Perfect. Okay, so we can make 8 more batteries when we get to it. Okay, let's go to those buildings. Where were they? There we go. I don't feel like climbing up the hill. Trying to use my jetpack to get up it. Of course, if it's a crashed ship. Relic? Yeah, it's a relic. And ancient plaque. Pardon me, that's what I meant. So now this we can use, because this is going to show us a treasure or something like that, so that's fine. So we'll use that. An electric go-kart would be awesome. Electric one would be pretty neat. That's a good idea. Basically, you got those. You got those little Jeeps and stuff like that that the kids drive around in. But if you can make one high power enough and be like another go-kart, you know what? I'll leave that up to my son to figure out, because I'm sure he'll do it one of these days. All right, we got another building just beyond this one. I'm looking around just to make sure I'm not missing anything. We need some rocks. So, all right, so we got these guys on the planet. So this is going to be our hazardous plant of choice. We'll get a little bit of oxygen to start out with. A little bit of sodium, a little more condensed carbon. So the condensed carbon is in good quantities on this planet, so that's going to be handy to us. We'll use that for recharging purposes for our mining beam. Wow, what are the chances? 2 plaques right next to each other. And this isn't even an expedition. Alright. So I'm not going to keep going west. I am going to go that way. Though it would have been funny if it was a crashed ship and I can get this done real quick and I can try to break Jason's record time. Okay, I should be able to use a battery. Good. Okay. So 2 ancient plaques right next to each other. That's really, really weird. You like that, Miriam? Yeah, I thought it was a really great base, too. That is a community planet, so if you guys grabbed the coordinates, you can feel free to go there in the Eisentum system. Feel free to create your own base. Join the ranks of people that are already there. I don't go there very often anymore because I do a lot of running around. I mean, most of my videos are, you know, searching systems, obviously doing speed runs and stuff like that. So lately, it's been back to back with, you know, good old, what in the world happened there? Okay, tree had a wing or something, knocked me right down. So it's been back to back, you know, speed runs for months, if not almost a year at this point. I'm just going to grab some of this, and I'm going to make a few extra batteries more, just in case.
Thermal protection falling.
Usually these smaller rocks like to give out crystals, but not always. There we go. Let's go. And since our treasure's to the south, that gives us a good starting point. Buried cache. Let's head over there. Yeah, and I think that's part of the thing. That's one of the things that I don't know if they're listening, and I do know that they do listen. Hello Games does actually check out some of our content. I don't know if they've checked out mine specifically, but I've heard other streamers tell them the same thing. Give us a break in between, at least a week or so. A week or two, something. Just give us a little bit of a break in between to enjoy the game as it is before we get into something else. And that just gives us a little bit of a heads up. Now, they have a timetable they're going by, obviously. Maybe they've got something else going on, not to say anything out loud. Light no fire. But, you know, it's a possibility that they may have something else up their sleeves. I think Professor Cynical literally just came out with a video that he says that Sean Murray, and I don't know if it was an interview, Twitter, or where he mentioned this, but that he mentioned something, and it's a very cryptic remark. So I have yet to check it out because it only got an alert just a couple minutes ago on it. And I definitely need to find some dioxide. So when we're done here, I'm going to go get some dioxide.
Life support power low.
There's a reason why. I just passed that. I don't care. Really? You're going to make me go down the hole. Okay.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, what does this give me? Hazard protection? There. I need
Protection falling.
salt. What else we got? Copper and dioxide, of course. Copper, salt. We've got another building right there. We'll check that out. Salt. Salt. It's all over the place. Got a lot of salt. Dioxide's way behind us. I'm not going to go that way. No, we should have some oxygen on us. I'll use some of that.
Recharge.
I'll go from there. The crashed squid. Well, that would be kind of gross. That poor squid. Hey, that's oxygen. That's carbon, I mean. How much carbon does that give us? 4. Okay, well, we won't be going after those anytime soon. Gonna get me. Good, getting... Oh, that must have hurt. Guy smacked into the side of the hill there.
Thermal protection falling.
Come on, get up the hill. Get up the hill. Don't you dare do that. There we go. What does that give us? Life support. Good. Alright. So we'll remember that. Oh boy. Allergies. Trying to get there, man. Trying to get there. Keep forgetting to check. Can you pick the gas after it snaps and before you shoot it? Yeah. Well, feel free to kind of pull it out of there. That's pretty neat. The shadow from that frigate flying overhead. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I could try that out there, Starduster. Let me see what we get. Now, this will find me a portal. And we'll get another pullback. I should probably check my... stand back. Show respect. Okay, and since it is a Vy'keen, well, it's a Vy'keen, so they need a Vy'keen dagger. It's a pain in the neck, so I can't find any portals. Alright, so we know where we are. It's a Vy'keen planet. Okay, so we got another unknown building in front of us that is inhabited by a sentinel, and we got another building across the way. Okay, let's check things out. Let's get up to a higher spot. So you're wondering about this. So after it snaps, is what you're asking, can you pick the gas oxygen bulb off the snapper after it snaps and before you shoot it? So it's going to snap when I get close, so I can take some damage here. It's not a problem. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Come on. So I can get it right now. I'm in range. Okay, so I can take that gas pod right this second if I want. But can I grab it now while it's closed and snapped? And no, it's protecting it. So I have to back away. And I got to get close enough again before I can grab it. And then I can grab it. And then if it snaps, it doesn't do any damage to you. So there you go. So that's how that works. Now we had another building over here. It's a monolith again. Not going to help us at all. Where's my other building? It's over here? Okay. Factory. It's a factory. Can't do anything with a factory. Okay, and I don't see any other buildings anywhere else. Okay, good deal. A little bit of condensed carbon in our hazard protection. It's already dropped significantly. And which way are we going? We're going south, so we're really going this way. Okay. So my aim here is I am definitely trying to look for crash ship this time, so see how we do. Yeah, you can back away from it, let it reopen again. You know, it reacted to your presence, so but while it's snapped shut like that, yeah, you don't have access to the gas pod inside. And I forgot to look for dioxide. We'll do that in a minute. Get the buried cache here. As soon as we can get up this hill. Ouch. Just elbow bumped some more nanites. There we go. A tree. Okay, so we wanted to go this way because of the treasure chest. So we'll head that way. Buried cache again, really close by. Except we got a building right there. Alright, so we'll go this way. Let's go. And is there dioxide deposit at 217? Either way. Let's go to that one. Right there, correct? Yeah. It's okay, I could have grabbed it, but it should be right here. Right there. Ah, there you are.
protection falling.
Really? There we go. My problem about standing on these weird surfaces is trying to do all this terrain manipulation while you're there, and it gives you all kinds of grief about it. Rich environment. The building rich environment on this planet. I wonder if it's small. Good point. I think we're going to find out soon. Once I get some distance behind me, we'll figure that out. Because I am curious about that too. Because that's what is occurring to my mind as well. Is this very small planet? Okay, that should be enough. How much we end up with? 172?
Technology recharge.
Okay, let's go.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah. Wow. So used to on the last run having plenty of juice in your jetpack that you forget. You don't have that anymore. You say building rich. I am curious as to whether more buildings are going to show up rather quickly. Guess we'll find out. Didn't get a chance to say. I hope everybody's doing fine this weekend, by the way. What is that?
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, that's a shelter. Just very unusual looking shelter. Okay, and we should start gathering this stuff in case we buy a ship.
Temperature levels
Oh, nice.
stabilizing.
We'll go to the other one and get stabilized. Let me stay over there for a minute. There we go.
Levels stabilizing.
Navigation data. Something I don't have in my main save for some weird reason. We don't need it. It's already down to 79%. Look at that.
Technology.
So we're going to go through some serious life support situations here. Okay. Don't think we need that right now. I'm going to get rid of that. There's our O2. Yeah, it's all right. C+. Yeah. All right. Wait until the minor settlement says it's 15 hours away. Then you'll know. Maybe 15 minutes instead, because it's a super good starter world to make her. Yes. Let's take a look. Hold on. In comparison with the other worlds in the system, except for this moon, of course, as it says moon, this is a small planet. So I'd say that, yeah, it's small, so the buildings will be closer together. That may make a difference, too. So let me take a look. You gotta be kidding me. I don't have enough to trade with, I don't think, but I'll check them out. If I can get there in time.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, he's right here. What do you know? Yeah, it looks like a hauler. I mean landed pilot, yes. Okay, so we can sell our salvage data that we just got.
Units received.
There's nothing for us to sell other than that, so we only got a couple, you know, not even 200,000. Hey, he's selling some illegal nip-nip buds. Alright, how much is a ship, just to get an idea? Ensign Day, huh? Yeah, B-class. Hold on. 17 mil. Ouch. Twice as much. 40. 40 for this sucker. Yeah, remember, it's permadeath and all the prices are much higher. So, there you are. Okay, where's that treasure at? There it is, that way. Okay, so we're going to head on. We're not ready to buy a ship yet. Not for a long shot. So we're going to head in a sort of a southeasterly direction and head towards that treasure. And it's just proud of the fact that I made some money. Yep. No, I didn't have anything for... enough for anything there. Good. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Stuck on a hill. Sounds like a country song.
Thermal protection falling.
No, not that. That just sounded annoying. Let's see. Take another look. Look at that. Another building. So yeah, I think the theory is proving true that the planet is smaller, so we're finding buildings easier. So that's good. Yeah, I know. Trying to get as many nanites as I can right now. I could have killed a whole bunch of sentinels with my mining laser for some nanites.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharge.
Flower. Blue flower.
Thermal protection falling.
See if we can at least get up the hill. Alright. Got somewhat up the hill. One more. There we go. Feel like I'm going through the pass in Lord of the Rings. All I need is for Caradhras to start dropping snow on me like crazy. Looks like a beacon, maybe? No, just a... oh, debris, as I like to call it. Debris. No pods. Just debris. Some more sentinel stuff. More nanites. Hey, look, another building. This is crazy. The amount of buildings we're finding is crazy.
Protection falling.
Come on now. Get me up that hill. So I think the chances should be that we find a ship easier. Alright, so that is Frostbound. That's a manufacturing building. So this should be, there it is, sentinels nearby. And another building in the distance, which I can't make out. Looks like it could just be a
Life support power low.
what do you call it? Another building just like it. Yeah, there we go.
Technology recharge. Technology.
Used up a second battery. I didn't get a chance. Alright, it is what it is.
Thermal protection falling.
So there's our other building right there. And look, there's another building right there. Oh my gosh, this is crazy how many buildings we're running across. That is just a shelter. And where's the other one? There it is. Minor settlement. We'll definitely head over there. I can definitely not choose the wine that is in front of me. Yep. But, you know, it's good. It's good. We're finding a good amount of stuff, so that's good. It'll make this maybe a little bit easier. At least I have something to sell now. Make sure there's not another building floating around. Nope. That was worth a shot, but it doesn't seem to work on the singles. I'm going to try it again when we get a 3 ship that flies over. If we can get it to work right. Maybe we can shoot in front of the ship and see if we can get it to respond. Ah, thermal protection.
Levels stabilizing.
Wrong kind of thermal protection, unfortunately. But that's okay. We'll take it anyway. We could always uninstall it for the wiring loom later.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Alright, let's go over to the minor settlement. Alright.
Protection falling.
First, let's see what we got in here. It's a C-class, but unfortunately we've got a supercharged slot, which means... Yeah, that's what I thought. 2 million. Unfortunately. We'll talk to you in a second, sir.
Units.
Alright. So that gives us a little bit more money. Now, the first guy doesn't usually do too much for us, but bark in our face. Carbon. Okay. Second guy might give me a multi-tool, or at least an upgrade. So, we'll remember that. We do have some nanites. Yeah, that's a money thing. Possibly words. Blueprints. Advanced mining laser.
Item received.
Can't get that. We can get the shield lattice. We can get one or the other. We can't get any of the rest, unfortunately. So I'll go ahead and get this one.
Item received.
Alright, so let's see what we get. Check you out later. Okay. Messages, messages, messages. Okay, do we have any buildings from here? Not yet, but we're heading in that general direction, so let's go that way.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, we got ships coming over. No, okay, still didn't make a difference. I'm not disappointed. I am just shocked that we're just finding building after building as we go. You know, there's another thing we have in here that we can use. It's this right here. Do we have enough oxygen for it? Yes, we do. I'll go ahead and put that in. That should help a little bit for now. Okay, looks like another minor settlement.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, well, free multi-tool, here we come. I swear it's not the same one.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
I am curious. I'm going to check it out. Yeah, B-class with two supercharged slots right next to each other. Yeah, no kidding, 5 mil. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay. I don't feel in danger. I'm about to turn and leave when the creature points towards my multi-tool. They bark with concern and motion to suggest that I hand it over. Yeah, that's okay. An improved replacement. That is a really nice multi-tool, but look at all the damaged slots at this thing. I don't know. 3 of them can be ionized cobalt. That isn't much. Those are expensive to fix. Wiring looms, well, I need 2. And that's not going to be repairable anytime soon down there. Or down here. So, but we got 2 rows we can get. But yeah, definitely. Plus we get a bolt caster and an upgrade for the bolt caster. That's pretty good. So we want to do that age-old trick. So we don't want to uninstall this. We want to... This has 2 supercharged slots too, and I didn't realize it. Huh. Yeah, see, the problem is, though, 3... What does it have? 8 slots in it? This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 slots open in it right now. One that we can open up right away. And we might be able to have enough money to get at least 1 wiring loom to open this one up. The cobalt we can open up 3 more. This would be the better multi-tool right now. Plus the scanner range is already boosted on this one. So that's good. Kind of like it. I think I'm going to keep it. So we want to uninstall the terrain manipulator. We need just a little bit more carbon. I have enough to make a metal plate, though. Can I make a portable refiner? No, we still need oxygen. Okay. See if this guy has any wiring looms I can purchase. Yeah, I think that was a good one. So let me see. We got hermetic seals. They do have wiring looms. Okay, I'll get 1. And I can uninstall that other upgrade and get a second wiring loom. Alright. Antimatter, hermetic seal. Antimatter housings are expensive. And the hermetic seals are cheap. I'll go ahead and... I don't know if we can upgrade any of that. Let me just see something here. Not upgrade, but fix. Let's uninstall this while I'm thinking of it. Got to switch over. I haven't switched over yet. Alright. See, wiring looms we've got, so we can go ahead and open those up now. Alright, so those are done. We'll get the cobalt here shortly. Hermetic seals, we need 4 to get those up and running. We need 3 microprocessors, which we can find along the way, and sodium shouldn't be a problem. So I should probably get the hermetic seals while I can, and they're cheap enough. The GTT, I'm sorry. Oh, the Galactic Trade Terminal? I'm sorry, I had to think about it for a second. So I'll get both of these because they're cheap enough. Microprocessors are 100,000 each, but I can get some from things we pick up. So let's go back over here. check in here too. Okay, so there we have our carbon nanotubes. I needed one more, so let me just grab one. And it requires, can I make microprocessors? I wonder if I have that recipe. We have metal plating too, look at that. Let me see if I have the recipe. No, I don't have the recipe for the microprocessors, so I'll have to build them along the way, or gather them along the way. Okay. Did I have a hydrogen? Oh, I do have a dihydrogen jelly, but I'm going to need that. Because we need to put you in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. We could probably find them outside. I need a carbon nanotube and 2 more wiring looms to put in the advanced laser. So, did it require? I have enough money to get 1 more wiring loom. There weren't any here, right? I'll have to go over there to get it.
Product received.
Okay. So all I need is, I'll need 2 wiring looms. We'll get 1 from him. And I'll look for another one at some point. At some point, I'll get an upgrade and I can use it.
Product received.
There we go. Alright. How's my inventory look? Alright, I need more oxygen. I'll hang on to the phosphorus for now. How's my life support look?
Technology recharge.
Alright. Alright, so we just need to gather resources. That's all we got to do. Run into walls while we're at it, yes. There's a microprocessor. There's 2 microprocessors. Look at that. Isn't that hilarious? Okay, so we need 1 more wiring loom. Okay, good. Let's just keep going. So we're headed that way. Right? Just make sure there's nothing around that it didn't miss. Where's that treasure at? Over there? Okay, so we're going west for a little while until we can get this treasure, which is 1,000 units away. So we got 1 click to go. Hey. Apparently he likes me. What do you know? Get off the side of this hill. Okay.
Thermal protection falling.
A little extra sodium. Alright. So we want to look for... At the same time, we're going to start looking for cargo drops a little more often. I don't need to get any traders right now. I don't have any nanites to worry about, so... There was a cargo drop right here, so let me just check it out real quick. Got a Gek relic out of it. I'm going to take the rusted metal for a minute. Turn it into ferrite when we finally get enough oxygen to worry about it.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, where's that treasure at? There it is.
Thermal protection falling.
Oxygen over here. I'm going to go after it real quick. So I need as much as I can get. Wow, okay, these trees are getting a little bit annoying. Good. That was a good amount. 30 is better than nothing. If we can get there in time, that should be chlorine? Sulfurine, okay. Checking to see if anyone landed. Oh boy. Really need an upgrade for that jetpack. Okay, and we should get protection. There we go. Off we go. On to 3. How's my inventory look? Let's get rid of this. How's my oxygen levels? Okay, we need to get more oxygen. Okay.
Technology repaired.
Rare item. 1,000 years old, so what, about a quarter mil, half mil, something like that. 770. I'd say that was a pretty good chunk of change. Okay. Alright. So I think we're tired of going west. We're going to start going north. Pardon me, south is what I meant to say. Buried cache. Buried cache. I'm going to go that way. Not going to go backwards. It worked. That's the second time I've done that. Shoot the laser beam, the mining beam, in front of them. And his ship is sliding. Did you notice that? Isn't that something? So that's the second time it worked. Now I'm beginning to wonder whether it isn't the thing or not. I used to think it wasn't. Yeah, it was definitely well worth the effort to go here. Okay, where is the... There it is. Timeless remains. Okay, good deal. And I don't have any nanites to buy anything from you, sir, but I will check on what the cost of your ship is. Not that I have enough money. It's an A-class with 3 supercharged slots right here. Okay, let's take some guesses here. I'm going to say 28 million. That's my guess. I'm not going to delay. Oh, you guys are all going to start guessing. I love it. I love it. MJ, you're way too low. It's an A-class Explorer, so I guarantee you it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be in the 20s. I'm going to say 28. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. I was way off. Flip. 53 million. 54 million, really, if you want to be accurate. Wow. It's a pretty ship, though. It's nice. Give him full kudos for that one. Which way are we going? We're going south, right? Oh, pardon me. Excuse the yawn. Let's see. Long night. Okay, go up this way. I got a couple more. Racing's not my best thing. Neither is gambling for me, so it's all cool. It's all cool. Perfectly vertical slope, but it'll still use up my jetpack. I love it.
Technology recharge.
have to pick up every piece of salvage data on the entire planet. Me too. I can't even stop myself in abandoned mode. There are no ships to buy. Exactly. And that's the thing. That's one of the good things about abandoned mode is you don't have to get anything because you're not buying anything. The terminals that are there, they're also abandoned. They don't have much in them to begin with. So, you know, there's not much to do there. Oh my gosh, I don't see a building anywhere. Crazy talk. Wow. But snappers didn't snap. Yeah, that sounded weird to me too. Oh, for crying out loud. Still don't know why it won't let me use the jetpack on a completely vertical surface until you at least get one upgrade. Alright. Okay, nothing going on here. We do have health restorative over here, which usually means other things are here. Okay, there we go. Cargo drop. We will take the cargo drop. Another microprocessor. Ooh, is that an oxygen patch? It sure is. It's not a big one, but it's enough of one. Is that it? Okay, that was good. So we can go ahead and make that portable refiner. Let's get a little bit more ferrite while we're waiting. We should probably dig a hole. Use that up. Okay, I got one wiring loom still. A little bit of ammo. What are you for? Life support. Good. Okay, I'm going to get rid of you. There, we'll just hang out here for a minute while that's refining. All O2 is welcome, absolutely. So, it wants us to upgrade, put the shield lattice in, but we need sodium nitrate and we need antimatter. Okay. Alright. We shall see. I am, for the time being, going to go into the log and get rid of that, though. There we go. Okay, what else? We're up to 3 of those. How's the multi-tool look? We need to get some cobalt. We do have 3 microprocessors. We only have 1 hermetic seal. We can make hermetic seals, though. So, we can open up one of these slots. I think I'm going to open up this one over here closest to these guys. Okay, and I need 3 more hermetic seals, which I'll need carbon for. How much carbon do we have? Condensed carbon's really what we need. Oh, is that enough? No, I need 1 more. There we go. So we can open up that slot now. Good. So that's done. We need another wiring loom still. And then let's look for some cobalt. We should be finding a cave nearby, I hope. You know, all we have to do is find another building. A little extra oxygen. You are helpful. Alright. Let's start going down into the valley. I think we're way too high up to find any decent buildings and stuff anywhere, so. Broken machinery, what is that? Another cargo drop. Okay, where are they going? So we were headed that way. I don't think we're going to see them anymore. Oh, okay. They're telling me I need to go left. Alright, so I'm going to start heading in that direction at this point. Got an ion battery out of that. Okay. Get off the slope. It's an annoying slope. There we go. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I don't know, we got a building right there. Alright, let's head towards the building first, and then we'll head on that path. Because if I'm going to be heading in that direction... Ooh. Did I damage anything? I don't think so. If we're going to be heading on that path, I want to get on the ley line, is what I was trying to say. You know what? Oh, great. It's got bedrock at the same level I'm trying to climb at, which is nearly... Oh, this is terrible. Here I thought I was going to be smart. Let's carve our way through the mountain, right? You know what? It's starting to go the right direction now. Okay, there we go. That's better. Our inventory is going to fill up with silicate, but that's okay. There, got it all. Ah, abandoned building. Alright, so we have whispering eggs here. We could turn those into a bunch of nanites, because we don't have any nanites to begin with. Kind of low on those. So I'm half tempted on doing this. But I gotta get out of the way of these dudes. As soon as I antagonize them, he's gonna get pissed. So, here we go. Probably our inventory is going to fill up soon. We have to have enough slots. We can only carry 3 at a time. So he doesn't get mad unless I attack these guys. Oh, there's one. So as long as I don't attack them, I'm alright. Is there any more there? There looks like there's one more there. Yeah, I think so. I think there's one... Two more. My bad. There we go. One. Should be one more. There it is. Oh, 3. Should actually just go inside. Alright, we'll get some nanites from the terminal. Let's do that. Yeah, that's true. What I'm waiting for is I'm waiting to see if I get a scanner upgrade somewhere, and then I'll start scanning for animals. No, blah, blah, blah. Analyze data log. That was the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Nice. Good amount of nanites there. Okay. Alright, good. let's put this down. Let's get some nanites. These things are worth some money, but you know, 200,000 each. But filling up your inventory with those is not a good idea.
Technology recharge.
You can get more money by finding buried tech. So in this case, using these for nanites is the best option. There we go. There should be one more. And there we go. Alright, how'd we do? Yeah, we're up to almost 900 nanites now, so that was handy. This is life support. There we go. Alright, good. Did we put the terrain we have the terrain manipulator. Obviously we do have that.
Technology recharge.
And what do we need for you? We need one more wiring. Okay, good. Cobalt, is there a building nearby? Pardon me, a cave nearby? There is. Okay, good.
Thermal protection falling.
For long it ain't. Alright, so we need 25, 50, 75, so we'll need, 150. You know what, we should analyze this, though. Maybe the secondary element is not ionized cobalt. Yeah, I mean, finding that many animals on a planet is great, and you do get a good amount of nanites out of it early game, so that's always a good idea. But I found in the last one that we played that it was better to get the scanner upgrades if we can get them. So we're going to have to move about for buried cache as well. Okay, how much we got? 91. Make that 117. They have a secondary element too. And it's silver. It's not very helpful to me. So 117, we're almost there. Really? You're really going to give me crap? How much do I have? I need 12 more, you doofus.
Warning. Sentinel drones activated.
Okay. How much we have? We got the 150? Yeah, we did. Okay. Deactivated. We are kind of running low on this stuff.
Recharge.
Cobalt. Okay, let's get that started. Should only take us a minute. All right. That's true. That's true. I mean, we didn't get a lot of silver. We only got 3. So, if we can find one that has silver in it, that'll be great. That's all pure silver. That would be even better. And not trigger all these guys to start producing noxious fumes in my presence. I meant in the game, too. I didn't mean my family. Yeah, I'm not going to keep digging. Almost done. And I could probably also buy silver at one of the settlements as well. So there's a possibility of that. I'll keep an eye open. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and fix the multi-tool. 1, 2, and 3. Good deal. So that's more spots open over here. Alright, analysis visor doesn't help us much, so I always like to put it off to one side. And bolt caster is a handy little sucker. doesn't really do much for it. That is for the... Oh, that's for the mining beam. I didn't realize that. My bad. Okay, good. Well, that'll be handy over there then. Too bad I can't get that one. We have the phosphorus to unlock 2 of these, but ammonia is going to be tough to come by. Unless... Actually, it may not be difficult, but the uranium definitely will be, unless this place had, you know, gold fingers, that is. So, anyway, just looked it up. Thermic layer for the coal is 75 copper, 150 dioxide, 60 silver. Okay, so we got copper and dioxide on this planet easily. Silver we can find in a couple of, like, 3 or 4 of those guys in the ground. What do you call it? The stalactites or stalagmites at some point. But I'm not going to worry about it just this second, so... Alright. So which way are we going? Not that way. Take a look. Alright, so we're headed south. See, like I said, the floating crystals are one thing, and we had an advanced laser, that'd be great. But we have a couple other of the stars. One of them was those floating rock-like things that gave us the gas substance. So we're going to go south from here. Buried cache. Let's grab it. More nanites. We're up to 902. That's pretty good. Keep that. Okay. A little more life support. Now, didn't I gotta check those ships again. I think it's more to the east that we need to be going, if I remember correctly. Boy. Rock formations and stuff. Interesting planet. This is a very mountainous planet, but it's almost like more realistic than anything else. You're in the mountains, but there are plains in between the mountains, so I kind of like that a little bit. That's pretty good. More caves up that way. Is that a ship? Alright. Well, we can't flag him down, but we can at least see, hopefully, where he's going. Sulfurine, that was it, yes. I think you can turn sulfurine into another... Okay, he is going left. Alright. Into another chemical. I gotta check out the step-by-step on that. So we're going to cut more to the east. I'm going to start going southeast for a little bit and see if that makes any difference. Okay, there was buried cache straight in front of me. I'll go ahead and grab that. Okay. It's a very interesting planet to be doing this on. I'm very happy about it, to be honest. Gas, sulfur, nitrogen, yeah. Okay, 8,000, yes. Okay, what do we get? More nanites. We're up over 1,000 now. Okay, let's look for our next victim. I do want to scan one of the animals anyway. Let me just do that real quick, so I want to know how many animals we're dealing with. 7. Okay. Ships are very... Let's see. Nope, nobody stopped this time. Maybe it's got to be a 3-ship arrangement, but I think I stopped it on a 1. Let's see which way they go, because they're going in the direction that I thought I should go. Let me see where they go now. Alright, they're still going left, but this time they're going on a shallower turn. So let's go due east at this point. I think that's which direction we need to go. So we're going to go due east for a while. Almost backtracking a little bit, but not quite. Because we went around in a little bit of a adjacent. I'm sorry, a circle, I meant. Yeah, you know what I did there. We love Jason. Yeah, the buried cache pulls are great if you can get them in line with where you're going. Oh, there we go. Okay, that'll give me... I don't know what. Hold on. Okay, that gave me silver that time. Look at that. So we're up to 50 silver now. Ha ha! Look at that. Okay, so we got buried cache there. Buried cache over there, and I forgot again. Let me use the... Let's use that. Okay, what do we got? More nanites. Nanites are the way to go. Buried cache right in front of me. We got them all over the place here. Okay. Okay, so we were headed due east. Let's see which way these guys turn if we can see them still. If they head a little bit to the right, we're in good shape. Oh, they went straight down. Okay, so that's where the landing platform is. Alright, well, I went the wrong way. Should have went north. You don't have to avoid your ship completely. You can head in the direction, you just can't use your ship in any way. Really need to sit properly. So my back doesn't hurt as much. I even got a new chair for crying out loud. Do you think I would have been smart enough not to worry about that? There we go. Should be right there. Right there, literally. Ever found any hostile flying creatures that only creatures that attack? You know, I think he's right. I haven't found any flying creatures that attacked me. Anybody else? Ah, pirates, of course. Yes. Alright. I would call them animals, but yeah, why not? Just don't let them hear you say that. Wow, the frequency of the ships is astounding. Yeah, they're already too far away. Okay, so we're heading that way. North-northeast. Okay, at this rate, as frequent as the ships are coming, which means there should be a landing platform nearby, I'm going to go ahead and scan these animals. I don't know if there were any flyers or not. Yeah, there were. Okay, so up to 4. Little guy over there, 5. What is a 3-star? Let me see what that is. Sack venom. Okay, so we don't have the gold fingers here. Looks like an oxygen patch over there. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and hit that. Magna Gold, that's pretty good. Go ahead and investigate, feel free. Just don't shoot me. Cargo drop, I'll ignore it this time. We're going to keep going in this direction. Let's hit that buried technologies location. See, I've always had a theory that the more frequent the ships fly over, closer you usually are to a settlement. to a landing platform. So I don't know how true it is. That one's I haven't really tested too much, but what if O2 is less useful? Yes, I know. But it's helpful in building stuff.
Technology recharge.
There.
Thermal protection falling.
Ah. See, the stinking trees get in the way. See, there's a broken machinery to my right. I'll head over there. Don't need that. More nanites, okay. So, which means to be some buried tech here down to the left. There it is. Should be able to pick it up. Good. Alright, you know what we should do? We should check to see where all the other animals are located. 2 more. Both of them underground. Okay. Shooting trees. That's okay. Okay, take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Okay, we do have some damaged machinery up there. I'll use that as a point. Is that? No. Yeah. As a direction. We'll use that for directions. Trying to find more microprocessors if we can. Batteries are welcome, though. Good. True. But archive is still going to be helpful to me. That there's ships are landing there, so.
Thermal protection falling.
Unburied technology, always the favorite. Nanites received. Now, we haven't seen a building in a while, which is unusual. Now that's funny. That's where our ship is located. 25 minutes away, though, so we are quite a distance from it. But we want to head in this direction. Yeah, we can't see that guy anymore, unfortunately. Ow. Hey, this is a handy one to find. There we go, for that reason. Yeah, I might have strayed off the ley line. I have no doubt about that, but I'm trying to get back on it. There we go. Good deal. Up, 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 up. Okay, we got a good view from here. Alright, what do we got? Ship is over that way. We don't care about that. Alright. So we want to head in this general direction. I wish the ship was flying over at this point, but that's okay. I'll take advantage of the flower here in just a second. But we'll take advantage of this first. Another microprocessor. I'll grab all 3, why not? How's the inventory look? Let's see.
Thermal protection falling.
I've been watching for them. Could have tested the make them land theory. 2 Gek relics. Just what I needed. There's east. Okay. Oh, let's grab the other one. Oh, these are crystals. Okay. Ah, tree. I got past it, though. How are we doing on oxygen, anyway? We got a lot of oxygen. We don't really, like you said, need a lot of it. We really need more dioxide than we need anything else.
Technology recharge.
But having a full stack of oxygen will come in handy sometime down the road, I'm sure. Okay. There we go. Unknown building. Very close by, actually. Closer by than I thought. Campsite. Okay. Just a campsite. Yeah, I'll check it for microprocessors, because we could use just a couple more. Dihydrogen jellies.
Falling.
So we have 1 microprocessor and a dihydrogen jelly.
Technology recharge.
I'm going to get rid of the dihydrogen we've got, just to free up some space.
Thermal protection falling.
Hey, Blind Richie, good to have you here. Thank you very much for being here, man. Been having fun. Been having fun with it, and hopefully it'll end well. It was pretty good stuff today. Thanks, man. It's all because of the people we got here, man. It's not just me. It's you guys, too. That's what makes this special. Ah. No. Did it anyway.
Technology
I don't need any more oxygen. Just habit. Want to grab the oxygen because I think I should grab it, but... Alright, Berry Tech. Let's go for that. That's giving us a direction to go in. Slashing Lake, good to have you here, man. Shouldn't you be watching Jason? Ah, okay, this is going to be a good one.
thermal protection.
We got a good eyeball on these people. So are we going in the right direction now? They should go diving down or up or something like that. Ever so slightly to the left, so that direction. Okay, very good. Jason's doing Oblivion. Jason is Oblivion. Yeah, we're going to check him out in a little bit here. I'm going to be finishing up, I hope, shortly. A little earlier, pardon me, a little later in the day than it is for him. See, about 3 hours so far. That's not bad.
Thermal protection
Oh,
falling.
that is a Berry Tech. I'll take that. Up and out. All right. Our mining beam needs to be recharged.
Technology recharge.
There we go.
Thermal protection.
Another building. Drop pod. It actually told me right away it was a drop pod. That's good. No crash ships. Okay, let's go. Should have the resources. I just used up a bunch of...
Extreme cold damage detected.
thought I already did that.
Technology
Yeah, I'll use it. Odd.
thermal protection.
Oh yeah? Even in Oblivion he does the same thing, huh? He's funny about that. I do kind of obsess a little bit over my inventory. I'm not as concerned about it. I do get a little bit too concerned at times in speedruns with the inventory. Alright. Let's hang out for a second.
Stabilizing.
So we need a carbon nanotube. An antimatter housing, which we can make. Okay, good. Which is one of the reasons why we need oxygen. And sodium nitrate, which we do not have.
Technology recharge.
I need 20 of that. That'll work. There we go. All right. Ask about the keys. Tennis Onion, good to have you here, by the way. Ask him how he can find the keys in his inventory, please. Melting down over that. Ooh. Oh, you gave me some fodder to go in there with. That is awesome. Yes. Remind me of that in a little bit, man. Appreciate that. We're going to have fun with them. I almost want to rate them now. All right. We don't have much in the way of technology, so we're going to start with our exosuit inventory space. And then we'll take another peek, because we seem to be finding buildings everywhere. Look, another unknown building. See which way those guys go. Get up the hill, you... Yep, right down there. So that's going to be where our trading platform is most likely going to be. All right, good. Or archive. Smack the like button already. No! Hey, hey, hey. I hope you smack the like button. Please. And if you don't like to smack things, kiss it. Kiss it. Kiss it like you're kissing your sister. What was that? That was penguins. Penguins of Madagascar in the Escape to Africa, I think it was. That is a resource depot. I am going to avoid that like the plague. Thank you. We could have some fun. Oh, look, another building in the distance. If we keep going this direction, we're never going to get where we need to be. But maybe it's a crashed ship. And I'll never know. No Man's Sky, period. I don't mind watching other games. Come on now, man. As I told these guys at the beginning, I've been obsessed with trying to complete Raft and its last chapter. Hey, trade ball. Let's go ahead and trade. Can we turn the Magno Gold into stuff? I don't remember. There they are. We could use a couple hermetic seals. It was 4 that we needed. Hey, microprocessor. Let's grab at least one more. Let me see how many we're going to need. We're also going to need the copper. The copper's only 90 of it in here, but we don't need much. Right? Hold on. Looking for that chat. There it is. We needed thermic layer coal to 75 copper. Okay. So why don't we grab the copper? Okay. I'll watch more of some medieval building games because I like building things. Yes, I agree. I agree. Alright, so let's get over here. We need a wiring loom still. We needed you. That's right. We need one more microprocessor. Let's buy that. And our other is dropping here. There we go. We're done. And we got it. That's open. Alright, so this is all opened up here. I wish I could get this open, but I don't see how we can get ammonia or uranium at any point in time, so I'm not worried about that. Ship is that way. We're going this way. And did we find any other buildings anywhere? Hey, look at you guys. That's nice. Looking around just in case. Okay, good. Where they're going. Ah, come on, wave your arms. You're not going to wave your arms. Alright, that's alright. We love you anyway. That's going to give me the money thing. There we go. It's gold that it gives when you find? Oh well, I could have sold it. We don't really need it. I like this planet a little better because you can see in the darkness.
Life support power low.
You can see that your life support's getting low too.
Technology recharge.
And so far there's been no weird storm. I shouldn't even say that out loud. You know what I was going to say.
Thermal protection.
I started to say it, so you got to know what I was going to say, and I'm regretting even bringing it up because I got a funny feeling they're going to start that up really, really soon. Right into a plant. Swallowed. Done. We're sorry, but your game is over. Hey, look, we got a beacon. Beacons are okay.
Thermal protection.
We can use a beacon. Beacons are alright.
Technology recharge.
It's the transmission towers we got to be careful of, that we won't be touching. Never's challenge worse.
Falling.
Nice view, and it's daylight now. Side of a hill again. There we go. Alright. Made it. It's always good to study very carefully. In case they got that one spot that's like, oh, look, that might be what we're looking for. So the miner settlement is kind of in the direction that we're headed, I think. Is it? Hold on. Yeah, it is, actually. But it's only 9 hours away. Everybody cringe. Put your eyebrows down. Stick the lip out. Not fair. Ah, couldn't get in front of him. To prove my theory.
Thermal protection falling.
Get me up the stupid hill. Ugh. Wow. Yeah, I gotta start looking for more machinery, damaged machinery and stuff. But before then, we got a monolith. It's buried cache. Cargo drop. Let's go with the buried cache and the broken machinery over there. Got a lot. Never challenge worse whenever someone says it could be worse. It could be doing whatever terrible thing. Yeah, indeed. That's the point.
Thermal protection.
Okay, so what is that? That is a monolith. Okay, just making sure.
Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
Ain't gonna work. Not yet, anyway. Okay, we got platinum this time. There it is. Is it close enough that we can grab it? No, it's not. Okay. This way. Do I want to hit the monolith? It's tempting. Yeah, let's hit the monolith. It'll give us one more bird's eye view, but it'll also send us on a way to treasure, and maybe the treasure will be on the way, and that could be very valuable. And yeah, we do need a Viking dagger. Viking daggers I've only found, you can get them in the cargo crates and stuff like that that you find laying around. Occasionally. You can get them more often from a landing platform. By the time we get there, we won't have to worry about it anymore.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Which one was this one? I want to say it was catalytic. I want to say we put sodium in there. I don't remember. I'll rely on you guys to remember what it was supposed to be. MJ says carbon. Is that a guess, or are you certain? Oh, I don't think there was a building I missed. No. Faction's always good. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to go with carbon if I don't get any other answers. 78.2%. An old blog says 10 carbon. It's obviously changed, because it's condensed carbon is what I've got here. That's a lot of carbon too, by the way. Alright, we'll go with the carbon. Let's see what happens. We got the right answer. Standing increased. And it gave me some Starship launch fuel. Isn't that lovely? Alright. No, I don't think we have anything else over here. Okay. Was that, it's a cargo drop. Okay, so we need to be going this way. And that's our minor settlement that's 9 hours away. That's not a building I'm ignoring.
Thermal protection falling.
Of course, my technology's recharged.
Thermal protection falling.
Ah, the world. I didn't think it was that steep. Let's see, so got some plants. Alright, keep going. I literally cannot get up this hill. But it won't give me...
Life support power low.
Before we use the usual stuff. Hold on. Did I already use everything up in plant-wise? Yeah, I guess I did. Whoop, okay.
Technology recharged.
Alright, that's alright. So much for that condensed carbon. Always check to make sure you're not using your terrain manipulator. $84.1%. It went up. That's great. Do. I wonder if we should grab some more crystals. Kind of going in that direction. Let me go ahead and grab it. Tritium. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't know if we can use the tritium for anything, but I'll hold on to it for now. Trying to get up to a higher spot. See if maybe we can see something. We've got a building right there. And he's flying right into a hillside. It's a beacon. And going left. Okay, so we're going back that way. That's just a beacon down there, so we're going to ignore that. And go back this way.
Extreme cold damage detected.
That's on me again. Buried cache. Let's grab that.
Thermal protection falling.
And we definitely need to find some more sodium. I've used up the last of it. Couldn't stop yourself chuckling? There it is. Okay. Yeah, I could hear you through the 4D technology we have here today. Oh, shut up. I just bumped into a tree, for crying out loud. I swear, officer, I wasn't drinking. Looks like nanites that time. You're surprised. I didn't sneak up on you. Come on. Ugh. Bouncing off the trees.
Thermal protection falling.
There we go. That looks better. I'll grab one. Okay. More nanites. Okay. Let's head for this guy over here. Buried tech. Another scan. Scanner's still recharging. How can it be still recharging?
Technology recharge.
There we go.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, that's true. Cave would be handy right about now. No jetpack. Sorry, it's one of those days when the birds are sounding a little bit weird outside. I've told you about my barking dogs that I have next door. It's gotten so bad with those dogs being outside so often and barking their brains out, the crows have started imitating them. So on any given day when the dogs are not outside, the crows are out there imitating the bark. It's just the craziest thing you've ever heard. And you can tell that they're doing the same bark. I think they think it's funny. But crows do have a sixth sense of humor, so. Alright, let's head towards the building. I see some more sodium ahead. Yeah, I know.
Thermal protection falling.
I think they find it entertaining as well, not just for us, but I think they know our cat doesn't like it, so they do it purposely to bark at the cat, which I think is funny. Smart. They're smart, like I said. Checking messages. Nothing important. Carry on. Okay, we've got a sentinel up there, so this should be like a factory or something like that. Yep, factory it is. Alright.
Thermal protection falling.
That must be down to the 25% mark. Yes, it is.
Recharge.
That was weird.
Technology recharge.
Okay. Used oxygen. I didn't realize what it was doing. Okay, that's on me. Again. Isn't everything on me? It's not really your fault. Why would it be your fault? Let me just get past the front door, get rid of the icon. There we go. You see a lot from up here, though, too. Okay, still swerving that way. Okay, so that way we'll go. Ah, crap. There we go. Interesting planet. I do have to admit, this is very different from what I expected from a cold planet. Got some buried cache up ahead. Let's go ahead and do that. Very sweet, though. It helped. Rehab. Road travel. It's nice. Oh, that's nice. Like I said, they're very smart. One of the more intelligent bird species.
Thermal protection falling.
They're speeding away in various directions. That's interesting. Let me just check some things out here real quick. Nope. I don't see anything. I thought maybe it was possibly a building I missed or something. I don't know. What did we pick up? This time we got indium. Okay. Platinum is worth a little bit, so I like to hang on to it.
Protection falling. Technology recharge.
There we go. Ah, that must be the building I was looking at there just a second ago. We are going to head there in just a minute. We'll get lined back up and we'll start going more of an easterly direction. We do need a cave. There's some sac venom there. We don't want to get anywhere near that. I think we ought to head over there first. I don't know. Come on, get up the slope. Got 100 steps to go to get to your buried cache. And broken machinery. That'll work. We'll hit everything at the same time. Emerald. That looks like a... Oh, it is. Okay, what does that give me? Shield strength and core health. Okay, well that's good. There we go. That's true. That could be the extra wiring loom I need. I don't really need the other stuff that's in it. Good point. All right, let's see. Let's get rid of you. I just want to make sure I have enough room in my inventory when I open this up. Alright, let's do it. There's the other wiring loom. Good. Over here. So that'll get this up and running. So now we have our advanced mining laser. Ready to go. I'm going to keep this right where it is, though. I think we need that. Okay. Oxygen is at a great level. Let's see, what else do we need? I should probably just make some life support gels. I think that would be smart to do at this point. That'll use up our dihydrogen jellies. 20 carbon each. We don't have a lot of carbon. Quick way around that. Okay. Gives us a little more carbon. Alright. There we go. Plenty of life support gels. Let's get rid of the tritium. I really don't think we're going to need it. Keep that. Keep that. The emerald and the indium are good to turn into chromatic metal at some point. So I think we can do that. Maybe not right this moment. Alright. Where are we going? That. Okay, that's the minor settlement. This is this. Did we get turned around? Because we want to go this way, correct? Minor settlement? Alright. All right.
Thermal protection falling.
Buried cache straight ahead. Unknown building. What was that? That was the beacon, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Observatory. Okay. It's tempting to use, but at night I don't think we're going to see anything. And it's an observatory. It isn't a transmission tower. So it will just find something on another planet, but it'll give us a bird's eye view. At night, maybe we could see a wreck.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Okay. 2170. Okay, let's take a peek. Of course, we've got a couple clouds. Something on the peak over there. That's interesting. On the peak up there. So let's take a peek at that. I don't know what that was. It could have just been a drop pod or something. But the tallest peak up there had something on top. So I'm going to head up that way. It's in our direction that we're going anyway, I guess, so.
Thermal protection falling.
Now we're going to skip that buried cache. We're going this way. 8 hours away. No, on another planet. So I could try to walk there. Now I have sneaky ways of getting to other planets without a ship, but ugh. Hi guys.
Life support power low.
Hey, let's use up the dioxide. Okay, again, I thought I saw something on this hilltop, but the funny part is,
Protection.
nothing seems to be showing. Wasn't here. Maybe it was on a different hilltop. Maybe I'm just seeing things wrong. That would suck, but oh well, it is what it is. It's just a rock, I think. One of these rocks up there.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharged.
Nope. Yeah, we're going to ignore the transmission towers. We're not going to bother with those this time. Not that I've seen any. There we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, that's all right. Off we go. Wishful thinking, anyway. Okay.
Thermal protection falling.
Uh-oh. Let's see how much we die. We stopped. Okay, we got lucky. Nothing got damaged. Thought we had the jetpack fully charged, but I guess I did not. So that could have been the end of the run right there.
Thermal protection falling. Critical damage taken.
My jetpack was fully charged when I did that. And now it is completely damaged. Fortunately, I've got ferrite dust.
Repaired.
That's a good question, Nate. It used to not be that hard to find crashed ships.
Thermal protection falling.
But lately, it's been more difficult, and we're testing a lot of theories out and stuff like that, hence the reason for all these Permadeath No Starter Ship challenges. So, almost killed myself there.
Extreme cold damage detected.
It's not one thing, it's another, man.
Technology recharge.
There we go. Okay. Let's... What is that? Cargo... I was hoping to find a building, but I haven't seen anything. That's why I keep scanning around real quick. Real slow. But we'll probably give this about... We'll probably stop at the top of the hour. We're about 1:15 right now. I'll give it another 45 minutes and then we'll call it quits. Nothing over here. Okay. So I'm trusting that it's telling me the right thing, that these ships are telling me to go in this direction, and that's where I'm going to find everything. Wow. Okay, let's see. Ah, building. Ships flying over. Okay.
Protection falling.
Gotta get them a little closer to me. Not so high up in the air, I think. It's gonna be part of our problem there. New region, which means new buildings. So there's the one that we found that we could see before we got to the region, so that's good. Ah! Oof. Almost didn't make it. Okay.
Thermal protection.
Flirted with gravity. Harsh mistress. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I fight with gravity every day when I try to wake up in the morning. Boss of the game thinks you don't need one because, story-wise, you technically have one already. Okay. That could be an interesting theory. Never thought about it from that point of view.
Thermal protection falling.
Let's use you. I don't feel like using batteries right now. Finding tons of sodium, so I'm good. There we go.
Thermal protection falling.
Campsite. I don't think we really need anything from the campsite. Let's get a save point. Hey, Tranquil, good to have you here. No, we finished that run. We found a trading platform, purchased a ship, took off, landing in the... We did a bunch of stuff. This is a whole nother run. What we're trying to do in this run is we're trying to avoid... It's a different planet. It's a cold planet, as you can see. And we're trying to avoid hitting any transmission towers this time in the hopes that these unknown buildings I keep coming across, like this one, are going to turn out to just be a crashed ship. Now, this is a smaller planet as well, so the buildings seem to be much more plentiful, if you will, as well as the resources for some reason, even though I have them on scarce. Hey, how you doing? The police still want to come and investigate.
Warning. Sentinel drones activated.
Yeah, go ahead and activate your drones.
Life support power. Low.
Yeah, go ahead and activate that too while you're at it.
Recharge.
Hey, you got some more bacon. Ships on this world are wily. Maybe in the beginning, get in them, get a ship, and forget you have it. Not convinced crash ships still show as buildings. I have had them show as buildings, so I do know that that is a thing, but I've also had, like on the last run, we had a building that just simply didn't show at all. Pardon me, a crash ship didn't show at all, even though we could see it clear as day through our visor like this. It was showing up.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharge.
Okay, so we got that momentum going here. Going this way this time. We're going more east this time, so it's kind of a weird one.
Falling.
Off we go. Alright, let's see. I am grabbing that. And that. Okay. Get up the hill. Get up the hill. I'm getting confused. I watched the abandoned permadeath. This one is just permadeath. I've always watched his survival. Yes, yes, yes. I've got that one that's week to week that comes out on Monday evenings. That one is interesting. It's an abandoned run, and it's just going with a completely different version of it. And I hope you like that one, because that one got really, really interesting at some point. I didn't see that building. And this is just Permadeath No Starter Ship challenges. I do them all the time, and I am...
Thermal protection falling.
I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to take a closer look. The problem is, like last Saturday, we did a Permadeath No Starter Ship challenge, and we didn't find any ships. But we could see one. Like I said, we could see one through our visor, but it didn't show up as an unknown building. Didn't even show up when we got right on top of it as the little exclamation point with the red circle around it. We got nothing about it, and that should have shown up. But what we think happened is because I hit a transmission tower, it had found a ship that was already occupied, if you will, like this one was, and... drop pod. That's pretty good. That was occupied, and so I couldn't actually see another ship that was occupied, another crash ship that was occupied. So it didn't allow me to see another ship. That was the weird part. Oh, you know what? That's a cave, isn't it? Sort of. Go inside for a second. For a couple of reasons. That's reason one. Reason two is I want to see if any animals show up. Like those. They're outside the cave system, so I'm going to go ahead and gather up some cobalt. Make a few extra batteries. So the three are getting mixed up. Sorry about that, yeah. Maybe I should have done a stranded challenge. Maybe that would have been easier. Alright, so we got 87. I want 3 more. Oh, I can get rid of that. What are you? Life support? Yeah, why not? One more. There we go. Done. Good. Get rid of the hydrogen. Okay, the dioxide we'll probably use. That's no problem. Alright, so where'd those animals go? There's a couple outside the cave. Let's go ahead and scan those. Okay. So that's one. Okay, so we have one more underground animal to find, and it will probably be found later. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I need some more carbon, so I'm going to put the whole batch in. Sodium. We got sodium nitrate already. Okay. Alright, do we have enough cargo space? Yes, we do. I need more ferrite dust. Where is our dude? There he is, over there. I'm going to go over here.
Thermal protection falling.
Rocks. Rocks. Where's my rocks? There's one. Just enough. Okay. Okay. All right. Again, we don't have a lot of technology, so I'm going to start loading it up down here. Let's fill in another gap, like right here. We'll take that one next, if we get that far.
Levels stabilizing.
Okay, so we are going to that way. Okay. Minor settlement, that's the direction we're headed. Okay, anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's not bad. I have a bolt caster, so I might as well have a little bit of ammo on me.
Falling.
Just a plant. All right. Ah, I can't get up the hill. These guys are going due north, so they should... Yeah, can't see them anymore. They should head in that direction now. See anything here. Yeah, there they go. See? Alright, good. Keep gathering up the sodium because I'm going to need it. They got enough batteries now. I should be alright, but sodium comes through in a pinch when you're not paying as much attention like I should.
Thermal protection falling.
There we go. Alright, we got a building directly in front of us and one over to the right as well. That was a little further away. Any to the left? No? Good. Good grief. Again, building rich planet. Should have plenty of condensed carbon by now, I would think. What are we doing on that? Pretty good. Not bad.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, you are a shelter. Okay, so where's this other building at? It's over to our right. Let's check it out. Let's try that again.
Technology recharged.
When it comes up again, I'll go ahead and use a battery. So let's see which way they go.
Thermal protection falling.
Just a little bit to the right. Okay, good.
Technology recharged.
Okay, where's our building at? It's over here. Alright, looks like we got a plaque.
Falling.
Yep, ancient plaque. Okay. Which they just need to brush their teeth more, that's all. Otherwise you get plaque buildup. Let's see here. There's a lot of plaque on this planet. Frozen tubers. We do have some cave systems underneath us. So let's drop into the cave over here. Recharge for a moment and see if we can find that last elusive animal. he it? No, that's a different guy.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Let's look for red dots to pop up. Probably not going to happen, I'm guessing. Because the other animals are here instead. Okay. So the 2s are the floating crystals, 3s are sac venom. Okay. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any animals here. Alright, let's move on then. So we're heading... Yes. Okay, good. Go. Ah, yes, Tranquilla. I have done a few of those. I think it might be time to do it, and I'm not going to do it in abandoned mode because that just kind of defeats the whole idea behind what a fugitive run really is. Unknown building. Let's check it out. So yeah, why don't we do that next time? But I have a funny feeling. This Saturday, we're going to do a couple more speed runs just to get some more traction on the relics, to do it one more time, just for the honor of it all, if you will. You know, to honor the expedition as it was given to us, to thank Hello Games for another great expedition, and to just go ahead and kind of sign off on that book, if you will. And then I have a funny feeling this coming weekend, sometime Saturday or Sunday, we're going to see another emoji from Hello Games, from Sean himself. Hey, we got a grave and a building. How far away is the grave? Yeah, we should still be able to see it.
Ground protection falling.
So yeah, fugitive run might be in our future. Alright, so this is a shelter. Okay. So we're not worried about the shelter. Let's go ahead and check out the grave. Any more buildings, though, before we run? No? Okay. Probably next time I do a fugitive run, I think I'm going to do it as a two glyph run rather than a 5. Mainly because I do have my theory that the glyphs are becoming harder and harder to come by. Even though I'm heading right now to a grave, and I found one on my last run before I found my ship, but... or landing pad in this case. Just a theory. That they're harder to come by. So, while we don't want to make the run too easy, we don't want to make it impossible. You had a post about AI and a clock. Really? I'm assuming you mean Beebs. Beeblebum. Is that correct? Or is that Zane who determined that? I wouldn't be surprised if either one did. I know Jason and Delta Pi wouldn't be. Oh, Sean did. Oh, Blighted Expedition? Yeah, that was a pretty cool expedition. We'll have to look into that. They will redo each of the expeditions at the end of the year in a redux. So any expeditions from this year will be at the end of the year. But lately they've also been doing a replay of the first expeditions. This year I think it'll be Expedition 3. Will be redone as well. It'll be the first one we do. Remade, if you will. Is that? It was. Advanced mining lasers there for a reason, my friends. Inventory. Okay, making sure my inventory space is open enough. Not reading all this. Never saw the Blighted last year? I'm not even sure what oh, a launch auto charger. Handy. You notice that the glyph is still there. We have another building to our right. Wouldn't it be something if that was his ship? And I still think glyphs and that is the unmarked graves should be near ships as well. Or something else. A whole group of scattered broken sentinel parts, you know, something like that. It is an old one? Okay. I have to go back and actually look to see which one it is. Hey, I think that's a crashed ship. It is. I don't see the ball though, so that may be an occupied one. So you notice it says unknown building. So it is a crashed ship. This time it's actually showing. So theory proven so far. Yeah, whatever, man. Get over yourselves. Let's just go up here and get out of their range for a moment. Nope, there's a ball, so that is an actual crash ship, so we may have just ended our run here. Fabulous. It's a big cigar, but hey, it works. Did we ever get the ship, get the last animal? I don't think we did. Yes. Yes, it is. It is a crash ship. This is how we know. Distress beacon. Okay, get the teleport receiver as usual. Yes, yes, yes. Thermal protection is falling. I don't think we really need any of this stuff. Maybe not yet. Yep, sure enough. B-class. Okay, so with the rules that we're going by, we have to do some repairs on this sucker. Let's put down our portable refiner because we're going to need it here in a minute. Let me get in the ship and recharge while we're going through stuff. So we need a hermetic seal and a metal plate, which we should be able to do both right now. Metal plate we're going to need some ferrite dust for. This requires pure ferrite and a dihydrogen jelly. We can do the pure ferrite right away. Did we do the hermetic seal already? No, we didn't. Okay. So we need ferrite dust. We need a dihydrogen jelly. Okay, good. And we do need to fix the shields, which we just got our chromatic metal to do that. That was the other. So good thing. We got our shields fixed. We'll need some pure ferrite for that as well, and we'll get the guns fixed. So we have all four we want to fix. We want to fix the pulse engine, the launch thrusters, which bare minimum is what will get it off the ground. But our rules are that you have to get your deflector shield and your guns up and running. So that's the other thing. We don't have to do this unless you really, really want to, but getting a microprocessor is a pain in the neck. You can get it from the space station, so we don't really worry about that. But we have to get those four done. Okay. So let's go find ourselves ferrite dust. That's true. It is true. That's right. Hey, good one there. Who said that? Demager? Very nice idea. I think we have room. How much ferrite dust did we get? We got plenty. So now we just need 50. We need a metal plate, though, too. But we need... Oh, do we need that? We just need the metal plate, don't we? Yeah, that's it. So you're done. We need a dihydrogen jelly, which we can get from our current multi-tool. Hold on. From the terrain manipulator. Okay, we don't need that. That's repaired. Last thing left is you. We need pure ferrite, so I need 50. What do we got? We got 38. I need 12 more. Need some rocks. Not many. Really? No kidding. These little teeny tiny rocks. There we go. Sure enough. Very cool.
Technology recharge.
Nice. Well, this was a great run. So we found a crashed ship. It did show up as an unknown building, and we never found a one of those transmission towers in order to test any theories on that. So, is what it is. But that was, I think, a pretty good run through of what could happen. All right, we got everything fixed up here. Here we go. All right. So I think we're all in all. I think this was good. This was good. Why not? Let's put it in here. Somewhere. There. Launch auto charger. Might as well use it while we have it. Anything else? No, we're good. Let's get going. It was a good run. I think that was probably one of the better runs I've had in a while. There we go. And we will, as usual, end this on a space station. Hey, Tranquilla, you are, as always, a wonderful person. 07 to you. Thank you very, very much for purchasing all those wonderful memberships for people. I appreciate you very, very much. 07. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those who got that, let me see, that's 8-Bit Jake, You Thunder, John M, Fraser Jones, Amanda, all of you, congratulations, and thank you very much. You can thank Tranquilla for that wonderful gift. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. 07 to you, definitely. We'll be getting those for a few moments here. There we go. We're on our way in. And there we are. Completed. Challenge complete. Now, I didn't have a timer going. That's the weird part about this. So, yeah. We'll just have to guess at how well we did. So, all in all, the whole run, the whole stream has been about 5 hours and 43 minutes. We took an additional 45 minutes to complete our first run, and then we spent at least a half hour, maybe longer, running around MJ's base, checking that out. Wonderful base, MJ, by the way. So what would that be? That would be, let me think, an hour, hour and a half. So about 3.5 hours. I'm going to say this was a 3.5 hour run. That's what I'm thinking. You really think 2 hours to make, or maybe I was playing a lot less than I thought I was. But I could swear it was more closer to 3 hours. Plus, you don't go into your menus very often. You're not sitting there, escape menu or anything. You're just doing running and running and running and running, and that's all you're doing for the most part. So I'm going to still say 3.5 hours. That's what I'm going to say. So let's check it out. Let's see how long this one lasted, shall we? Wow. Okay, it was a lot shorter than I thought. So I was off on my time. I must have spent a lot more time at your base than I thought I did. Oh, that was lovely. That was lovely. Okay, so 2 hours. That's a respectable amount of time. Who said that? 2:04? Literally, Demager, you were 1 minute off? Holy mackerel. I mean, that is fabulous. Holy crap. All right, all right. Let's go out to the escape screen here, the end screen. Let's jump out of there for just a second. Okay. I'm going to quit No Man's Sky. Let me look up that picture we took. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. And what folder? There you are. Let's get rid of all this crap in my way. There we go. All right, so that's the name of it. Let's get the path. Okay. So let me go ahead, and the background that we're going to do, we're going to change the background here in just a second, guys. Actually, I'm gonna change it on my other stream. Hang on a second. On the start screen over here. Yeah, let's change it over here because I change this background all the time, as you are probably more than fully aware. Okay, and we'll just drop down. There it is. And there you go. There's our picture. Let me get rid of me. Beep. There we go. So there's our picture. That's myself in the middle, MJ. I believe that's you on the left, Demager on the right. So that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, and I got to find a ship that I could afford. Yes, yes, indeed. Indeed. So let me go ahead and show you the one last picture here real quick, guys. If I can get back to where I was. There we go. And this is Demager's Squiddy ship. If you guys aren't familiar with the squids, this is a squid exotic ship. So the exotic ships are like those little balls that you can get that have the fancy wings on them. They're always, every single one of them is going to be an S-class ship. This is a rare one that you don't come across very often called a Squiddy. Or at least just called the squid version or variety of it. We just call it Squiddy for the niceties of it. So that's his ship there. Demager, beautiful ship. Beautiful ship. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and I appreciate you. So let's get back over to the stream ending screen. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits now. We're going to go ahead and, like I said before, we're going to raid Jason. Jason will probably be playing all night. And yes, it probably will be Oblivion. But that's okay. Jason is just a lot of fun to watch, and we all know it. We all know it. He has such an exuberant way of doing things, and he's so happy all the time. So I have to ask him about his keys, right? Is that the way it went? I have to go back here a little ways. Hold on. It's going to be a long ways back, I think. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Jason's doing Oblivion. There it is. He obsesses over his inventory. So ask about the keys. He was melting down. Ask him how he can find the keys in his inventory. Okay, good, good. I'll ask him that. Got it. So that's what we're going to do. So Jason, where are you? Please tell me he's still streaming. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Right there. All right. We've got him. We've got him. He's locked in. That's where we're going next, guys. So we're going to go ahead and call this stream ended. I want to thank you all for being here for me this afternoon. Earlier stream, like I said, wasn't going to stream this evening because I wanted to get some other things done tonight before the storms and stuff come in. And I want to thank you all for watching. You guys have been fantastic. 07 Tranquilla, appreciate the memberships that you doled out. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for all the donations. And there's been several people subscribed as well. And thank you to them as well. 07 to you too. Again, folks, thank you again. And we'll see you over there. ElanPaul raid. That's what we're going to do. And then let me go ahead and ask him about the keys when we get over there. Okay, guys? All right. We'll see you guys later. Take care. And probably this Saturday, watch for the starting time. I'll probably put a post out in regards to what time we're going to stop. Or start that stream on Saturday. Not sure. It's probably going to be like 2, 3 in the afternoon, Eastern Daylight Time again. So we'll see you then. Take care, everybody.